Kicking like
One,
Dolomite.
3,
Last one
4,
got copyright. I'm kicking like
5
Dolomite.
just to be sure.
Hey, one time,
Last
you
one
ready?
got
Copyright.
Yeah.
Last one got
Okay.
copyright. Hey.
You know what time it is. Every time I rhyme, it's just a sign that I'm about to kill. Yeah, it's time for weapon wheel. We got the skill, we got the games. Don't make me grab the steel. I put a hole in one like Abby did to Joe. Yeah, when it comes to aiming, I don't miss like Master Chief. I'll grab the piece and give your ass a halo just for talking sweet. When it comes to gaming, yeah, you know our team's elite. Check the leaderboards, run the game. You should pick up your feet. You can't lose, I'm too smooth, just going to admit defeat. And ain't no capping around here, cause like Bond, I keep receipts. The most dangerous, better than these other guys. Try to come for us, what's like between your eyes like Jen Sakai. That's no lie, no prank. I grab the ratchet, no clank, and get my jiggy mask to show you how Jack Move got his name. Yeah.
Weapon wheel podcast.
Look, king of the castle like Cooper, captain of the ship. My name ain't Blandry, but don't make me have to hit the switch. We'll dump you overboard, then watch the views. I ain't talking Twitch. Hey yo, Alex, go ahead, talk to him real quick.
Oh, the Dolomite is my name, and thick up motherfuckers is my game. Dolomite, you heard her.
Claim it, a strike to claim it. And he got it!
They had the nerve to copyright the game. It's just the bitches. Hey. Say yo, still putting wheels on the pavement. My game so tight, it's like Jordan 1 lazy. We stay in these gaming streets, ain't no way to be dormant. Hey, a Drake will leave your body uncharted like Lost Fortune. Coco long scene was cute, hey, and yeah, it served its purpose. But I'm trying to give a detailed description of what a hearse is. I say we flip the switch on these again before it get bland. I see a lot of pods jacking the format like Dapper Dan. You hitting the dislike button? You still a fan? Talk slick in the comments and like Dutch, I got a plan. We don't do the sneak diss and that's that stuff that get you banned. Last time we told your was squad up, you turn telling right. It's like I play with the sliders up. You just got 30, again turn me, the time is up. Since 2015, we been kicking game knowledge up. Dust your boots and join the crew if you wild enough.
Developers.
Dolomite, you heard her.
40 clips, kicking like Dolomite. Hey, 40 clips. Aimed at your fit beam, shotties, so much ammo, it don't make sense. Trying to compete is a sacrifice, die again in your afterlife. I'm taking a road trip, anytime you get on a fight. Guns and body counts, that's all that I tend to like. Any other podcast, a copy or look alike. Hey, and what they say? Hey, what they say? Hey, I put them in the dirt, toss and get hurt, no face, no case, smashed up like a jiggy merch shirt. Sliding in that vet, I'm gonna get back, time to pay that debt. It's time for weapon wheel.
Wonder.
What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. BG, Black Bond, Jack Move, Kids Move, Blandrew, Alex too. Damn man, that's a heavy crew. Other pods, they don't know what to do. They watching, they copy our every move. And they still fly like the Wii U. Jack Move voice, we saying, ew, hop off the roof. Long range, no scope, yeah, I'ma shoot. Looking wanna play games, no David Blaine, but I'll make a nigga go poof. Oh, this not a game. Gang talk, nigga, what you know about the slang? How about the range? All black master, don't step out your lane. Every week it's us on your screen. Every weekend we entertain. It's not a thing that gets in between me and my team, me and my gang. When I'm on the beat, you already know. Straight to the top, yeah, we about to blow. BG my dog, he told me let's go. Sit back, relax, it's time for the show. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still.
We got the guns on deck, no fire car, but you know I came with a tech, yeah. Since 2015, been stepping on the scene, putting foots on nets, yeah. Set them up, super soaker, pump action, wet them up. Shooting out the yeah, we catching up. We bout the names, y'all are bark. Drop by midnight after dark. Gaming knowledge, fortitude. Top two and not the two. Weapon wheel, get the cash and grab the steel. Weapon wheel, out the window.
well, we keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon well, we keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. What weapon well, we keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still.
Yo. Mic check. Mic check. Yo. Chat, let me know if y'all hear me, hear us. What's going on, fellas?
Yo.
Alex, what are your pronouns today?
That and nigga.
Okay.
Wait, why are you asking my pronouns? What the hell?
I want to be respectful. I heard you were Mexican this week, by the way. That's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Hey,
yeah, this weekend was fire.
Don't deny your heritage either, bruh. They told me you was Mexican.
Damn. They called me a fat Samoan. I was like, do you know my waist size? Like, what the hell?
Your dress size?
Samuel's dress size?
They called me a fat Samoan and a Mexican. I was like, that's fire.
I mean, being called Samoan might not be an insult.
They won every fight. I trust that everybody in here was a positive, upstanding citizen representing Weapon Wheel Podcast. Model citizen, right?
Yeah,
this week?
like some of us have family. Like the white people showed up this weekend. 6.5 out of 10.
We know.
I mean, I give them a 6.5 out of 10 because the desserts were immaculate. Now, if we pulling out the desserts, then might have a different discussion, right, Jack?
But everybody was on their best behavior this week.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Okay.
Why wouldn't we be?
Okay.
If people aren't on their best behavior, they get the belt where I'm from.
Okay.
The belt.
All right.
Or hear me out on this, BG. You just don't get invited.
Okay. See where you going. Niggas was getting on me because listen, to me, dessert is the least important part of Thanksgiving. I honestly, I'm not a dessert person.
I can agree with that.
I do not, bro. I don't even care about desserts in general. Like, you know when like you go out to a restaurant and you order, your main plate and they ask you, do you want dessert? I'm like, man, don't disrespect me. Like,
go. Exactly.
Yeah, like I don't care about no damn dessert. Like, so so Hardhead was getting on me because we had like store-bought sweet potato pie, and I'm like, I don't care. It's dessert. Who cares?
No. BG is right. That is what black people do, and that's exactly what I was saying. The white people, they actually make the homemade desserts. Their food might be mid, but their desserts are exceptional.
Yeah, that Patty LaBelle pie. That's what
Yeah,
I
could give a damn about a dessert. I'm like, who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah. But Hardhead is probably like a sweets and dessert elitist. Knowing that guy.
Well, okay, Weapon Meal Podcast. Tell the audience what you guys ate this weekend.
Weapon Meal Podcast.
Curry goat, dirty rice, mashed potatoes, barbecue chicken, some rolls,
Hey, why'd you have donuts next to the turkey, bro? That was disgusting.
It was it's from this local place. This local place. This lady makes the donuts in her home. So I'm not a fan of donuts, but those are actually good. Homemade business. Yeah, I wouldn't eat from like a chain donut place at all. Like, those are garbage. What was on y'all plate?
What's on your plate?
Regular shit. Turkey. Oh no, we didn't even have turkey. We had some hens. Some ham.
Y'all ain't got no turkeys in Memphis, so they don't be running around the woods or some shit?
Nah, bro, my auntie was supposed to buy the turkey and she didn't do it, bro. We had to cook some hens, bro. Yeah, so we cooked some hen. Let me see, ham, dressing, of course. Let me see what else we had. Rolls, cranberry sauce. The one canned cranberry sauce is the definitive version of cranberry sauce. Okay, argue with somebody else. Y'all got to know that.
I've heard that.
Greens, of course, greens, and lastly, a staple in the black household. Some people don't agree with me. You got to have spaghetti on Thanksgiving. All right, we had a little spaghetti. Okay,
I'm down for that.
Yes, sir.
See, I don't believe in that. There's some people who believe that there are like just certain Thanksgiving food, like it's sanctioned as Thanksgiving. I don't believe that. I believe Thanksgiving food is whatever you like and whatever you eat throughout the year, just all at once. I don't believe in that. Oh, that's not Thanksgiving food. I'm like, what? It's food. Like, I don't.
You know
believe
why
in
they
that
say
stuff.
that though, BG? Because the color aesthetics don't go with the rest of the food. If your whole plate don't look like Gears of War in 05, they ain't
Bro.
fuck with it. It's got to be gray and brown. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Thanksgiving food
Thanksgiving
is whatever you like.
definitely, you can. I agree and disagree with BG. You can definitely vary it up a bit, but like, you got to have your turkey, you got to have your ham, you got to have your green bean, you got to have your beans, you got to have your macaroni and cheese, like sweet potatoes. Like, there's some things that are staples.
Yeah, that's true.
I went to my boy's place last night. Nigerian family. They had like goat and like beef and like fried plantains and like all kinds of other things. But like, there is a staple of things that are required.
Absolutely, but there's people who get offended when they see something there that they feel doesn't. I'm like, bro, is it hurting you? Is seeing this food hurting you in any capacity? Like,
niggas offended? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, over food. Like, it's weird.
You know how I view it, BG?
Niggas offended over food? Is that what you're saying? I'm shocked.
Hey, if you got somewhere to live and a hot meal to eat on Thanksgiving, I don't give a fuck what you eat. You supposed to be thankful, right? So listen, it could be way worse, bro.
Apparently, there weren't a lot of thankful people because I went into work next day. Some people beat out. Remember when Mr. 100 had a 24-hour podcast and nigga fell asleep and somebody kissed his bald ass, had him put him to bed?
Yes, I do.
There was a Twitter space that was longer than that.
Yikes. Are you talking about the Black Friday? Oh, Twitter was lit on Black Friday.
Yes, sir. It was definitely Black Friday. It was Black Friday for another reason.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Yes, sir.
They gonna rename it to Black Friday. Yeah, just use your imagination.
Yeah.
Nigga Friday.
Okay.
You said it.
Damn, Blanche really not reliable. You was right, Bond. My bad.
Say that again, BG.
You were right.
Thank you.
Blandry not reliable. You were right. You're a little shaky. He's shaky.
How long does it really need to, like, well, let's be real here, Jack. How often am I ever wrong?
No, you're right more times than you're wrong. I'll say that.
Like, name a time I was wrong. You got me, and that's like really the only time I can think I was wrong.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bon.
Yeah, I don't want
listen to me, and your life will be easier.
I don't want to keep you gentlemen here long. Guap said he is going to show up a little bit later, so he'll probably come to a little bit later. And but I want to get started because I want to get out of here earlier. This is Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 390. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. If you want to support the podcast, check out patreon.com/Weapon Wheel Podcast and look at all the tiers we offer. You can become a YouTube channel member by hitting the join button on your screen and also just by hitting the like button. Some of our Patreon member perks, you get access to After Dark, you get early access to Planet Xbox episodes when Kid Smoove comes back, access to the Weapon Wheel. Did I say that already? After Dark. You can submit any questions, submit Weapon Wheel trivia questions and gaming questions, which we're going to get to. And you could also, anybody can submit gameplay video for the podcast. Link is in the description for that. You can just drag and drop your gameplay in the folder. We appreciate all submissions. All right. Let's do these intros.
Before you start this, I got to say something real quick. Remember how they did Death Battle Superman versus Goku?
Yeah. People
and
were
then
crying.
when he got Super Saiyan Blue, they did Death Battle versus Superman versus Goku again.
Yep, people were crying
These
still.
niggas are running it back a third time.
You're lying.
I'm dead ass.
For his new level, for Goku's new...
I guess.
just for him to die again.
Who won the first two?
Superman. Superman is
you gonna beat him again? Then,
Superman is going to win every single time, bro, because Superman is as powerful as DC needs him to be every single time. So it's never going to work, bro.
Like,
they trying to appease the fan base. That's crazy.
This is like the ultimate clout chase. Like, shit, they might as well look at video games. Like, look, if these niggas can do it, they can remake the same shit over there. Why can't we?
Yeah. All right. Intros. Alex the Mexican. How are you, sir?
The Mexican Samoan.
Doing fine. I'm going to the crib right now. What is my name? Oh yeah, I still leave voicemails. Very excited to talk about gaming news and gaming topics.
I'll leave voicemails too, Alex.
Fire. You're an adult. That means you're an adult.
I know. Like, if you don't have a working voicemail, you're not an important person on the phone.
You know, the only voicemail I leave, I'd be like, man, pick up the goddamn phone. Like, you see me calling you, right? Like, fuck you doing? That's the only voicemail I leave.
Is that the legend known as the Best Bot back in the building?
What's up, Smoove? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Dog, Smoove made it here before Blandry. Can we talk about it?
No, we can't. We want to get out of here. But yes, you were right, Bond. Hey, man, what can I say? I believed in him, and he failed me.
Yeah, part-time member of the pod, man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Shout
he should just accept being a part-time member and not, you know.
Maybe he got to get used to his working schedule. I think once he get his, you know what I mean, once he get his sleep pattern right, he'll be all right.
It's always an excuse with this guy, bro. We're not his children. He's not gonna keep giving us excuses why he can't show up and like take us out like Will Smith's father. Okay, can't keep doing that.
Hey, man.
Going out for cigarettes. Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, the fishing trip is gonna be next week. We postpone it. No, Belanger, you're not gonna keep doing this to us. Okay, part time. Jack.
Hey man, what's going on? I had a really good. Besides me getting viciously attacked on Twitter for regular opinions. Other than that, man, I had a real good week, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what the gaming topics is this week, but let's get into it.
All right, Smoove, you there? Mike, good?
What's up? We good, man?
Mike is a little low.
All right. How about now? We better?
That's better. Good.
All right. Awesome.
How are you, sir? Glad to have you back. We missed you.
I'm good, man. Good to be back, you know, but appreciate y'all and hope y'all been keeping things together. But yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes,
we've been trying. Bond, even though I don't know if you did your intro.
You know I've been doing good, dropping bombs in that Discord, but check out some prior videos, yo. People like BG being hypocrites of portable gaming in the portal. Trash of us, you know, getting the whole series of a TV show remade, even though we still can't get multiplayer. Damn, that's 2 L's for you, BG, isn't it? And why Starfield wasn't nominated for the 2023 Game of the Year? 11 years of nothingness for the Xbox. Just in time, Smoove. 11 years of nothingness.
That's how you greet your man?
That. Crazy. And also, I was also right that Final Fantasy 16 would not be getting a nomination for Game of the Year 2023 because that game is the most overrated game. And I don't know about 15, 20 years, but in the last 10 years, Final Fantasy 16 is the most overrated game to ever be released.
Okay.
Irrefutable factual evidence.
All right. So last week, because we spent like an hour and a half speaking about a fictional Xbox tax, I completely forgot that we didn't talk about the nominees for the Game Awards. We're still not going to do that because we did that in like a separate live stream. So there's no point in really going over and wasting time in this podcast. And, you know, when the Game Awards actually happens, we'll just talk about it again anyway. So, but people had hit me up and say, we didn't talk about that. I'm like, oh, snap,
we could go over some of the pertinent ones, I guess.
Maybe if we have time. Like, depending on how quick we get through everything else. We'll see. Get to some other stuff. Let's see, what do we got? Honestly, nothing that good. Oh, so South Park Snow Day gameplay dropped. It looks very underwhelming. Not excited about this at all. This
You
looks.
can't hear my TV in the back, can you?
No.
Okay.
This looks like a licensed game. Like, and you know what I mean by that. It, you know, like the South Park Stick of Truth and the Fractured But Whole, you know, those actually look like games that were developed by, you know, an actual decent team. This looks like boring licensed game. Like, bro, it doesn't look fun at all. Like this, it looks so generic. I don't care. I don't think I'm gonna care about this game. Jack, any thoughts?
I agree. I don't know who asked for this game to be 3D. It puts me in the mind of the original South Park game for the N64. I wasn't too fond of that game either. Out of all the games they brought out on the N64, PS1, and whatnot, I think that was the worst one. Like, I prefer like Chef's Love Shack and South Park Rally over it. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't keep doing the RPGs. The Fractured Butthole, Stick of Truth, them 2 of my favorite games, bro. They were dope. You know, great writing. It looked like the show. You know what I mean? You could walk around the whole city or whatnot. I don't know who asked for this shit. It's supposed to be like an online multiplayer game. I don't know. I just wish they would have kept with the RPGs. To be honest, they did like the high fantasy. They did the superheroes. I thought they were gonna do like the anime next or some shit like that, but they hopped off the porch with this shit. It don't look. It don't like it's it, bro. I might check it out though.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Who's doing this one? Is it still through Ubisoft? And
yeah, I think so.
Let me check.
The graphics on it's just an ugly game, bro.
Yeah.
Like
it's
not
flattering. Who? South Park Snow Day developers Question LLC. Who? What?
It's not Ubisoft.
No, it says Question LLC. Who the hell is Question LLC?
Oh, no one. I thought that was just some Ubisoft shit.
Or is this some wrong Google information? Hold on. What? No, it says developers are Question LLC. I have no idea who that is. Publishers are THQ Nordic. Yeah, I don't know who these developers are.
THQ, trash.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
THQ Nordic, that's the Embracer Group. They're the what did you call the production line for mediocre games.
Yeah, bro. Question LLC sounds like 5 dudes in their basement that just started up a company. So,
yeah, this shit.
About to be trash.
Trash hose queefing.
What?
I don't. What?
What the fuck?
What's wrong with this guy?
THQ.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
That might work. Okay.
All right. What else we got? So in December, the Xbox Rewards is getting a new app to simplify and streamline the reward experience, according to a message that popped up on Xbox consoles. Smoove, I know you've been away. You know anything about this?
App that simplifies getting good games.
I mean, I saw the checklist. I mean, not the checklist. I saw the subject line. I didn't read anything about it because I stopped really investing into Xbox Rewards. I know they updated it enough so that it feels native within the Xbox UI. So it seems fine now. I don't know if this is PC orientated or console orientated, but the way that it is like implemented into the console, unless I'm in some sort of preview build, which could be the case, it feels native. It feels like a fully functioning integration of the system along with the achievements in the Xbox game. So, but I'm not sure if it's needed. They've been doing a lot of like de-incentivizing the rewards program because they've been like devaluing a lot of the stuff and the perks that you get from it. A lot of people have been able to like get like full-blown like games and like from the achievements and stuff they unlock based off the points that they get, but they've been like fastly changing what you earn, how you earn it. So now it's taking much longer to get like to certain points that you would be able to do within a month. So I'm not sure why they're doing any overhauls or investing, because the moves that they were making, you'd think they would be getting rid of the program. So I'm surprised that they're doing like a new app for it. But I haven't read really anything up on it.
You know what you just described, Smoove? You just described PlayStation Stars program. Literally. Like, it's the same shit, bro. They make it to where you have to spend more money to get less shit. Same exact concept, bro. I don't know what's wrong with these companies, bro. I really don't.
Because they probably crunch the numbers, do the math, and realize, we realize we just giving y'all niggas too much stuff. So we gotta nerf this to make y'all spend more to get rewarded.
Heaven forbid you reward people for buying and playing the games that y'all put out. I mean, I thought that was the whole goal of the shit. Yeah. Jesus.
Yep. All right. Next, so Ubisoft says there was a technical error where pop-up advertisements were coming up while people were playing Assassin's Creed. They claim it was a technical error.
Oh, that shit.
That was real? That was real?
No, it's real. They do that, but the thing is that now they do these pop-up things. Now, I've never have it done in the middle of a game. I don't know how this one appeared, but like anytime you play a Ubisoft game, whatever, there's a pop-up thing for what their current game is. Like I could play like Valhalla or Odyssey or Origins and get like an advertisement for Mirage or whatever they got coming up. Like I expect the new Prince of Persia ad to pop
Oh
up in the next
no.
couple weeks on the dashboard. So that's like built into like their menu screen. So unless they're doing it to like gameplay when you hit pause or something like that, then this is nothing really new.
No, dude was the video. You probably didn't see it. The dude was just walking. He was walking, playing the game, and the ads kept popping up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that's a little bit bizarre. Hey, they probably testing it to see how they can do it. You know, make their games free to play, and then they can enable that.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
That's
crazy.
I think it's a test. I don't know how what type of technical error happens to make a pop-up show up in a game. Like that's not just something accidentally happens in programming. So that's what I'm saying. Like, did we put the wrong code or the wrong, I don't know, line in there, and it was I'm not.
They testing ad breaks.
Yeah.
Aren't games supposed to be getting more immersive? Not like what the bruh. Every week is something new, man. They got us, bro.
Yeah. Arcades in the chat said they already announced how it happened. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, what was their excuse? What they say? They said it was a technical error.
Did you just read it? What the hell?
I mean, I don't know if he has any other insight to that. I just read that they said it was a technical error, but I don't know how do you make that technical error?
Yeah, technical error, right?
Yeah.
They just released it. The technical error was they released it before they were supposed to. That was the technical error. They ain't announced that shit yet.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? Oh, okay. Let me get this. I don't really care about this, but Savage Game Studios, the PlayStation mobile game studio that they got, they renamed it to Neon Koi. They said, after consideration and reflection on our values, mission, and the incredible growth we've experienced, we decided to embrace our new identity that better aligns with our vision for the future. Neon Koi represents our culture and the passion of our game project. I don't think none of us really care about no mobile gaming.
Have they shown a game or released a game?
Yeah, I mean, what does Neon Koi even mean, though?
Koi is a fish, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a fish.
Koi is a fish, and I think that's what the logo is.
Where they known for, though? Like, what do that fish do? What they specialize in?
Nothing. I don't think. No, I don't think nothing.
They sit in the sushi shop.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, if we look into the origin of a lot of these studio names, I think that would be like really interesting to actually know, like why they decided on that. But
wouldn't the identity of their studio and their vision going forward be better represented with showing a fucking game? I'm snowballing here. Like, would that be okay? Cool.
Yeah. Either way, I don't think none of us would care because it would be a mobile game. So
at this point, I might take it, bro. Hey man, at this point, shit, show me what you got, dog. Fuck it.
So cool. It's whatever, because they had made one game, I think prior to this, before PlayStation acquired them or something like that, or were they a new? I don't remember. It's a mobile studio, so I don't remember their history. I think they made one game and then PlayStation acquired them or something like that.
Oh, there go Blandrew right there.
Oh, Blandrew, I knew you would come through. I was just talking about you.
Shut up, BG.
What? I was just saying I knew he would come through. He wouldn't let me down. Talk about. How are you, Blandrew? All right, fuck you too, bitch. So yeah, mobile studio. We can move on. What else do I got?
These are some great topics, by the way, DJ.
Hey.
I'm glad you brought us out to Sunday after Thanksgiving to have this.
But we're moving swiftly, Jack.
These rousing fucking topics. Thank you, brother.
I'm leaving the best for last.
We are moving swiftly. I'm gonna give you that.
I'm leaving the best for last, even though the best are still mediocre topics. But
Jesus, okay.
I'm doing good at getting us out of here. It's 5:30. I feel like I'm already damn there. I feel like we're half through already.
All right, well, shit. Let me not interrupt. Go ahead.
Let me go to Patreon for some questions real quick. Question crew tier, Knick-Knack. He said, happy holidays, guys. I know this should be an after dark, but it's better to actually put this tier to use. I just wanted to ask, what did you guys get for Black Friday, assuming that you did buy anything? I can answer that real quick. So I actually had like a 16 terabyte hard drive. That's just where I dump everything, right? And they don't make SSDs that big. So, but I decided to like to sell that and just buy a 4 terabyte external. I'm talking about external, of course, external SSD, and just like, you know, put my stuff on there, because like I have files from like mad years ago, like gameplay, the gameplay I record, I used to throw it on this, you know, the 16 terabyte hard drive, but I'm afraid, like, I do have some important stuff on there, and I'm afraid like that drive is gonna fail eventually. So I'm like, man, I need to get rid of this. So that's what I bought.
Porn.
Fire. Love
Hey
it.
man, hey, you can't turn that on sale, my nigga. Shit, listen.
I didn't know porn had Black Friday sales, but
Hell yeah, I ain't blessed red, nigga. I buy content I support, nigga.
Hey Jack, you fell for that ad. What's that? Brazzers is free. You fell for that?
I know the Black Friday deals be going crazy, bro. Shout out to them. Yes, sir. Tap
I didn't
in.
get it, bro. The sales for this year at Best Buy and Walmart were fucking trash, bro. This is one of the worst years ever. Maybe Cyber Monday will be better, but this is one of the worst years ever.
Have you seen the
2020,
videos?
2020.
Have you seen them
Videos
viral
of what?
videos? Okay, so you know how they had like the Black Friday tags in the store. People are
Oh,
going
at
into
Target. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I seen two of them, two different stores. They going into the store and they're moving the Black Friday sale. Matter of fact, one of them, bro, it was like these Levi jean jackets, bro. They was on sale for like $100. What was they was on sale for like $108. She peeled back the tag on them, bro. They was on clearance for $48. Like before that, like what the fuck? So these stores is finessing, bro.
TVs had it $6.99 for sale, and then after that, it was she would pull it back, and the regular one was $6.99.
Yeah, all the prices was the exact same. Like it ain't no sales going on for real, bro. That shit crazy.
There are some good sales out there. Like you get some good coats, and you know, step up your peacoat game. Like there are a lot of good dress clothes on for sale. But as far as like any like store like Target or Walmart or anything, like I got a dual purpose air fryer and I got like a 30 case glassware for like $10. That's
you
like
talking wonton language.
Fire.
Yeah, you always need some good things for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Gotta put these hoes to work.
Wow.
Make their life gotta make their life
Did you just
easier
call
by
your
giving them the
grandmama a
proper
hoe?
appliances.
Bro, did you just call your grandma and auntie's hoes?
My grandma been dead since I've been like 6 years old, dog.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, now you feel like a jerk, don't you, Alex?
Grandma
You know what?
Mabel called Larry Bird the blackest man in the NBA.
What the fuck?
That's on brand for one of your grandmas.
I mean, I was confused as a 6-year-old, but I realized what she was saying when I was 12.
He really is the biggest nigga.
They say Larry Bird used to call people niggas and they wouldn't do nothing about it.
I mean, how can you?
Yeah, you just go out there and bust their ass right after it.
Imagine they call you a nigga and then drop one from the half court.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, bro? You got it, bro. I can't even. All right, man. And he playing Boston now. You better fall in line.
Yeah.
Get your ass lynched out on that bitch.
You just got to accept that one. That shit crazy, bro.
Character said, praise Raekwon Biggins. Don't know who that is, but he said,
I know who that is. You said Raekwon Biggins? I know who that is. Okay.
Okay, he said,
you know, man. If you know, you know.
He said, just here to remind BG that he promised us Jack move in a baboon suit doing the two-step.
Hey man, them donations, them Patreon donations weren't looking right, man. We're gonna get to it though, man.
Yeah,
that shit for the new year.
I had said that in the video. People really want that though. They want that, man. So you gotta get to that.
Hey, we might can make it happen, man. Who knows, bro?
Yeah.
You got an air fryer, Jack?
Yeah, but I need a new one, bro.
Yeah, we got one. You get some good ones, like under $100.
Yeah, we need to get a new one, man. I don't really like the one we got.
Yeah. Dizzy, which multiplayer was developed without permission and snuck in by a couple of programmers, but ended up getting the go-ahead after its showcase? Call of Duty 3, Dead Space 2, Killzone, or GoldenEye?
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
I don't even know. I don't think it was Dead Space.
Damn, that's
what was the first two options?
Call of Duty 3 and Dead Space 2.
Fuck.
I want to say Dead Space.
Just to be different, I'm gonna say Killzone.
Okay. The answer is D, GoldenEye for N64. The multiplayer was developed without Nintendo's permission, but then showcased it right before the launch and got the go-ahead to include it.
What was I saying earlier, Jack?
That you're never wrong?
Pretty much.
There you go.
Okay.
I think I'm personally leading in these questions, though.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. Okay, Knick-Knack. Last week, while you were recording the podcast, the 2023 League of Legends World Championship has officially ended with T1 winning the competition to become 4-time champions of the tournament. This week's trivia is about the year's MVP, Choi Zeus Woji. Like most sports, esports, like leagues, have player positions as well. Which of these positions does Zeus play? Top?
Yo.
That's crazy. Top, jungle, mid, bot, or support?
He's a bottom fragger.
Before I answer, I just want to say I don't know what none of the words you just said meant or
Support.
the question at all. I'm going to say he's jungle because I never heard this nigga.
I'm going to say support.
I'm going with support.
He's
I'll be
definitely a
wrong
top.
too, Jack.
He's a top.
You would know, right? You could recognize him off the string.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No, Alex is right. The answer is he's a top.
Oh.
He says says for real though, next time you do Weapon Wheel game night, you guys should play League of Legends. That would be both cool and hilarious. All right, well,
Alex, you got to be a bottom there.
What?
Thank you for the questions. All right. Let me get back to some topics.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Blandrew.
Blandrew.
Hello.
Rise from your grave.
Don't you love this guy?
You all right, Blandrew, bro? You everything good over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I just woke up.
Oh, okay.
You know you 30 minutes late, right?
I'm aware.
You wouldn't do your real job like that, would you, brother?
I'm getting paid at my real job.
Oh,
okay. You know,
you gotta show up.
You know what? You
show
got
up to get paid at this job, dog.
I ain't even mad at that answer, dog. You got it, bro. Fire.
Talking that talk. Okay, so Stellar Blade became the developer, I should say, not the game, but yeah, Stellar Blade became a second party game, and the developer became a PlayStation second party partner. PlayStation dudes are celebrating this a little bit too hard, in my opinion. Like, bro, it's a second party deal.
Can we?
Isn't this something we already knew like years ago?
No.
Or am I going crazy?
No, it was a third party exclusive, but
it was third party, and then Sony bought it out, so we just assumed that there was some type of exclusivity deal going on there.
Yeah. Can we talk about something real quick? Even Tony, if Tony's out there, he know what I'm talking about. For some reason in this gaming community, bro, people refuse to believe the term second party game exists. Anytime somebody mentions second party game, they say it's a fabricated term. As if every term.
Who said this?
Bro, every time I mention second party game, what is that? That's made up. That's like, bro, first and third party games is a made up term. What the fuck? Like, bro, I don't know why it's so hard to believe. Let's run it down, right?
Bro, if there's first and third, there's got to be something in the middle. What is that called? Second.
Exactly. Okay, so let's run it down for the people that's not knowledgeable, right? First party game. I'm going to give you an example of a first party game. Uncharted, right? Sony owns Naughty Dog. They own the Uncharted IP, okay? Cool. Third party game, right? Not Call of Duty no more. Shit, what's the third party game? Devil May Cry, right? Capcom's own Devil May Cry. They own fucking themselves. They published the game. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they have no ownership in any of that, right? What's a second party game, right? Stellar Blade. Sony does not own those developers, but they now own the Stellar Blade IP. You see how that works? So that's a second party game where you get a game developed that you own, but you do not necessarily own the developers. Another example would be something like a Helldivers, Bloodborne, even though Sony Japan helped with that, but they don't own From Software, but they own the Bloodborne IP. You see what? That's a second party game for people that don't know. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Returnals before they bought before they bought Housemarque. Those they were like second party. Yeah, those
that would be a second party game.
Yeah.
Apartment homeless.
All the old Ratchet and Clank games before they bought Insomniac, those are technically second party games. They own the IP, they did not own the developer. That's what a second party game is.
Yeah. I don't know how people were just denying the existence of them. Like, that's always been a thing.
Bruh, every time.
Well, for a long time, I should say, not always.
When Tony mentioned it a couple of months ago, people was on his ass saying he making up shit. He don't know what he talking about. I mentioned it a few times. People was like, what the fuck you talking about? It's a made up. Like, what are y'all talking about, bro? And a simple Google search will show you that it's been a thing. It's always been a thing. As like Bond said, when they made up the terms first and third party games, the term second party game existed too. Y'all just didn't know.
I mean, it's what it is these new PlayStation fans are trying to mesh everything together, trying to blur the lines of everything is just exclusive. It doesn't matter if it's first party, second party, third party, because of the lack of first party announcements and games. Like, bro, it's if you see they're celebrating all the third party exclusives, and there's a bunch of them next year, and they're acting like it's the same thing as a first party exclusive. And it's like, bro, they're living in delusion land right now, and it's a sad thing to see. Because
I mean, I guess this is an upgrade from a third party exclusive, at least. I mean, you can say that.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to say Sony should make games like this, and everybody told me, no, they're so niche. Nobody wants this. They need to stick with the blockbuster games that guarantee money. And I'm like, all right, well, now it's hey, Stellar Blade, woohoo!
I'm glad you're saying this, Blandrew, because even though I see Stellar Blade or Stellar Yams, as people affectionately call it, I don't know if I'm going to be into this. Oh, you ain't seen the main character. I don't know if I'm gonna be into this game, bro. It look a little Unga Bunga platinum game-ish.
It's definitely Unga Bunga.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like the exact type of game people make fun of me for playing.
Exactly. So I'm interested in it. You know what I mean? But if I see some more gameplay and it's on that Bayonetta type, I can't bank with I can't fuck with it, bro. I ain't gonna be able to play.
Oh no, Vanquish is fire, but Bayonetta's trash.
I can't fuck with none of that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Vanquish is still the best game that Platinum Games has made. But yeah,
I'm not an Unga Bunga merchant, BZ. I can't do it, brother.
Whoa, see, sophisticated Unga Bunga. That's what Vanquish is. It's.
Oh, now you make. Oh, now that's a made up term. All right.
It's Vanquish is different. It takes skill. It takes certain. It's in its own class. It's classy. It's classy.
Sophisticated Unga Bunga sounds like a retarded genius, or like an idiot savant. I guess that's what you're trying to go with.
Yeah. Like it's science, but it's madness. You know what I'm saying? It's there's a method to it. It's not just there's these Unga Bunga games where it's just derp derp shoot bang bang, but then
they said that's your shit though. They were saying that's your shit.
The sophisticated and classy Unga Bunga. Yeah, I don't like the pointless Unga. Like, okay, let's put a example to it. Just Cause is straight Unga Bunga, absolute garbage.
Yes,
that's a game that is Unga Bunga to its core, and I hate that game. It's garbage. Damn, what's a sophisticated Unga Bunga that
you said Vanquish.
Here's a perfect example of Unga Bunga. Army of Two.
Oh yeah, that's pretty Unga Bunga.
That's like definition of Unga Bunga. Outriders, Unga Bunga.
Yeah, like even like
would you say something like a Borderlands? Maybe is that sophisticated?
Maybe like somebody said Metal Gear Rising. Like even though I wasn't like the biggest fan of Metal Gear Rising, it's because it's meant to be over the top. But I would even say that's classy Unga Bunga, where there's a method to the madness. Like there's a skill ceiling with the moves you can do in that game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just I'm a caveman, I'm pressing buttons, and you know what I'm saying. So. That I think that's the differentiator between just Unga Bunga and the classy ones. So.
An example of a ghetto ratchet Unga Bunga.
Oh man, Madden, 2K.
I'm not gonna argue either one of those.
You think Madden is Unga Bunga? I guess it doesn't have to do with shooting. You just want like hardcore.
Anything they play in a trap
action.
house. Anything they play in a trap house is.
Oh wow.
Is ratchet Unga Bunga. Any game that they play in there. Yeah. So yeah, I don't particularly feel any type of like hype for Stellar Blade. I got to see more, but
are they ever gonna show it again, bro? Like Guapzilla in there. Are they ever gonna show it again, bro? They didn't show it all this year, right? Because we've been waiting. As a matter of fact, they was teasing. They had announced a Sony conference. They was like tweeting out around that time, teasing like they was about to show something. They never showed nothing.
Yep.
What's going on with that?
I don't know. What up, Guap? Just gotta unmute your mic if you're there. If you could hear us. Give him some time. But yeah. Any other thoughts on Stellar? Blade, Stellar Yams?
I'm gonna be checking it out. I hope it's a lot more polished than when we saw it the last time, and it doesn't look so soulsy. But you know, this is probably the more interesting game coming out of PlayStation that I've had my eyes on for a while.
Okay. All right. Guap, you there? No. All right. I think he's still trying to figure out his mic. All right. I'm gonna move on to the next topic. What else do I got? Oh, COD.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
What do you think about Sony's strategy as far as targeting Korean developers instead of just doing what they've traditionally done with Japanese developers?
Well, I think that like the China Hero, I think they're just expanding because they did the China Hero project and they started that back in, I want to say, I don't know, 2015.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So I think they're trying to extract talent from parts of the world that, you know, kind of get ignored in the video game industry, because, you know, I've always, you know, I remember like a bunch of years ago, I asked like, why doesn't China have why is it like Japan is this gold mine of video game development, but China isn't? I think we said it was because of censorship and, you know, all that
you couldn't
stuff.
even play games in China until like 2013, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So
gaming was banned in China for a long ass time.
Yeah, so I think they're just trying to tap into that potential that hasn't been explored yet. I think it's fine, even though the games take hella long to come out. Like that, what's that China Hero project? Bro. Yeah. Oh my god,
bro. They start. Matter of fact, I don't even think the China Hero project started in 2015. I think they started development of Lost Soul Aside in 2015, and then it joined the China Hero project later. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that shit. Is that game ever coming out, bro?
I don't know.
Wasn't that game made like by like one person at first, and then they brought in like 50 people or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
It looked impressive, man. It looked like some Final Fantasy shit, but I don't know if they should ever coming out, bro.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit was in the China Hero project? Fist. You remember Fist?
Yep, that did come out.
Force and Shadow Torch. It was a pretty good game.
And then there was that what's that other one that was coming out with the monkey?
I know what you're talking about.
Is that
was Wukong in that?
That's not part of the China Hero project though.
I think you're talking about it's another one that looked like that was in there. I think you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. The next
we need
call.
That Wukong, man. I need that, bro.
Yeah, damn.
That thing looks fire.
That should be out. I think next year, right?
I hope some inside information. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Didn't it just go on the Steam page?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, cool. All right, what's happening? Guapzilla in the house. How's everybody doing tonight?
You good, man?
What's up?
All right.
So I heard you guys were talking about the PlayStation presence in the Korean market. I believe it's necessary, right? Because when there's only so many capable developers across the gaming industry around the world, and we see companies like Tencent, Embracer, even Microsoft buying up most of the American or Western-centric talent. So I think it's necessary to check into other burgeoning markets, especially markets that have shown they're already capable within the tech industry, like Korea is, right? They're very tech savvy. Obviously Japan, but that's already market saturated. We also see them start an India Hero project, which India is a very forward-thinking tech market as well, and obviously already with the China Hero project. So honestly, I think as more and more of the old school developers get bought up, they're going to be forced to make stabs into new economies and new markets to find new talent. And if you look at Lies of P, like that game is phenomenal. So obviously there's something really good going on in the Korean market. And as the industry leader, PlayStation has to be a pioneer when it comes to discovering new talent in these growing markets. So it's necessary, and I think they're doing a very good job in that regard.
Okay. Cool. What I was about to say. Oh yeah. COD Gulf War. The next Call of Duty is rumored to take place during the Gulf War. Round-based zombies is going to return. Classic Black Ops maps like Grind, WMD, Activision is exploring large pre-order bonus with several days or possibly weeks early access for the base game.
You know how crazy it is that they just released a game and they already say, "Hey guys, but next year we're gonna." Did they say how crazy they look?
It happens every year. Yeah.
Is it? Is Modern Warfare 3 like? I haven't like bought it or anything like that, but is it like a actual game or an update?
It's both.
They're selling it as a game, but it's an update, bro.
It's because they're not like separating the games anymore. So it's its own game. So you boot up. So like literally, or like on Steam, right? Because I beat the game. You boot it up, right? It just says Call of Duty. It doesn't say Call of Duty 3 or Call of Duty whatever. It just says Call of Duty, and then it asks you what game you want to boot up. So I select Call of Duty 3. If I select Call of Duty 3, it literally exits out the whole game and then reboots itself. So it exits out the game, reboots itself, then loads up Call of Duty 3. That's how they're doing it now. It's literally just a platform.
That was full price?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right.
The Gulf Wars, I don't know much about the Gulf War. Like wars and history is like my favorite thing, but the Gulf War is one of those things that I feel like, I don't know, like in all my classes, even college, like they never touched on the Gulf War.
I get mixed up. Gulf War, and then there's like Desert Storm. Which one took place in the 90s, the early 90s? Desert Storm, right?
I think that was Desert Storm.
All right, and my aunt and uncle.
I think they're one and the same. It's just different names for the different offensives. But that was Saddam Hussein round one, right? With
it is the same
Bush
thing.
Senior,
Yeah,
not
you're right.
Bush Junior.
Yeah.
Honestly, from the Black Ops perspective, I think that. So this year's Call of Duty isn't sitting too hot with me, but seeing that I believe it's Treyarch is the Black Ops developer. So if they're going to tackle the Gulf War, which honestly is a very sticky subject, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it because it's not a very black and white situation. So, and from a Black Ops perspective, obviously there's a lot of behind the scenes details and storytelling they could look into. I'm just wondering about the authenticity because developers usually tiptoe around these subjects when it comes to these type of situations that aren't clear cut and easy to deal with. But I think it's a step in the right direction for the franchise to lean on the Black Ops version and go with the Gulf War. It's something we really don't see with gaming, so hopefully they can enlighten us in that regard.
Yep.
If I blocked you, it's probably because I don't like you, So I don't know. Be a grown ass man, and you just gotta have to live with it. I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't see why it's so easy for them to go to World War I and II, but they struggle with modern combat, like quarrels that we're having current day. I don't see what the big issue is. All of this shit is traumatic. They'll throw a Nazi sticker on a player real quick, but as soon as you start saying like, "Oh, that nigga over there in Sudan" or some shit, and then they get all scared.
Probably because it's still fresh to some people.
Yeah, more recent.
Yeah, I that's why that game was so controversial. Was it 13
Fallujah?
days? Yeah, Fallujah. That Fallujah game, 13 days in Fallujah. Yeah, whatever.
You just made H-Dog wake up. You just made H-Dog wake up from hibernation.
H-Dog tap in Falalaja. What you call it?
Something about Naughty Dog buying in Fallujah.
Oh god.
I forgot he be powering down mid sentence.
Bro, that video he did on that game got like 3,000 thumbs down, bro. That shit had me crying. They was on his ass.
Bro, Reddit, them niggas was eating him up, bro. Pause.
Yeah, I just hope they make another good campaign because this campaign was not it. This was
bro. Black Ops 1. I'm not the biggest Call of Duty stan, but Black Ops 1 was the last one that I just feel like this shit was magnificent. Played it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Had a twist in it. Like all that shit was fire.
It's very good writing. Yep. I just hope the campaign's good again. Okay. So did y'all see they swatted the voice actor for Michael from GTA 5?
Yes, I saw that.
Bro, what? We used to be a proper country, bro. Y'all swatted the dude who gave y'all Michael. Come on, bro. There's certain things we should not do in life. Like, come on.
I think he said that's like the 6th time that's happened to him.
Nigga, stop playing game.
And they swatted him with the fire department.
You don't got a VPN? You don't got a VPN by now? $6.
Well, they already know where you live at now. It's over
Oh
with.
shit, that's true.
Yeah.
That's messed up. And so my thing is, okay, so exactly how, I guess I'm wondering just the general quick explanation of how they do it. Okay, you're live streaming. What do they even tap into to get, like, start getting your information? You know what I'm saying? Like, because they got to get your IP address
it's
and then they get
easy.
your real address.
No, it's real easy to get. If you go on, you can go on a website and type your name in and city, whatever the fuck, and
Yeah.
whatever you are on file for, like at the DMV or whatever should be quote unquote public information, they can find it. Like I looked my name up one time, it gave my parents' address.
Bro.
You know, I wasn't living there, but it gave my parents' address, my siblings' name, my mom and dad name. Like, there's a way that they tap into public records, quote unquote, and they'll put shit on you.
They said, bro, they have websites where you can buy memberships. I don't never do this shit, but yeah, if you know somebody full government, they first and last name and the city they live in or the area they, bro, you can find somebody, bro. Like,
there's some
That's how they
database
do
they
it.
tapping into to where you know.
That's fucked up though. They gonna get somebody, and I seen I Show Speed just moved, I guess, into a new house, and they just swatted him a couple of times since then. So like, they go get somebody fucking murdered again, bro. It's not gonna be funny, dog.
Yeah, it's not funny at all.
Watch it. How was his reaction? Was he like, "Oh, guys, you guys doing it again," or was he like actually mad or scared or?
Nah, he was streaming, and then like he had a call on the phone, and then he was like, some shit he said. Then he took the stream off. I guess he just went outside to talk to him because it was like the fire department. They probably gonna kick his door down or something. Or they probably came and seen there wasn't no fire. Like, what the fuck going on? Like,
what would be your last words if you see a SWAT team outside? What would be? Well, you had a SWAT team come in your fucking house one time.
I don't even know if the stream know this story. So I actually woke up to the fucking. It wasn't the SWAT team. It was the U.S. Marshals was in my fucking house, nigga. What? I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Okay, so my sister lived close to me. She don't live with me, right? So she had a boyfriend. This motherfucker had a warrant, bro. So I'm asleep. I remember my sister came and asked me down. My other sister came and asked me down want some breakfast. I was like, yeah, sure.
Of course they ask if you want some food. God damn.
I fell back asleep, right? So I'm sleep. You know how you halfway asleep, but you can hear shit while you sleeping? So I just hear something keep going, John. I'm like, I know they ain't talking about me. Nigga, I wake up, nigga. It's like 15 niggas in my hallway with their guns drawn, a fucking flashlight in my face. They like, you might as well come on out. I'm like, damn. I was like, what going on? What's going on? I'm like, I know I be telling niggas to kill themselves online. This shit crazy. Like,
he thought you fucked up.
So I had my hands all right, draws on and shit. I walk out there, like, we ain't looking for you. I'm like, oh shit, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I damn near shit myself, nigga. I thought they were gonna shoot the shit out of me.
Was you gonna make a run for it out the window, or was you
Hey,
like,
my apartment ain't that big, bro. It was like 15, 30 niggas in my apartment, bro. All had rifles, everything, bro. I was like, what the fuck did I do? This shit crazy.
We had a chance to get a story where a nigga got shot 9, 10, 11 times and crawled this way,
bro,
away from the cops.
Bro, I'm so surprised I ain't get shot, bro. I was nervous as fuck, bro. That was a couple years ago.
Bang, bang.
Then the last nigga leave my house, he's like, all right, you can go to sleep again. I'm like, nigga, fuck you.
Yeah. Go to sleep again.
Bitch ass nigga.
It's 5 p.m. They go to sleep, Tubby.
You can go to sleep. Yeah, fuck out of here, nigga.
If Bond was at State Marshal, he would have stayed an extra hour just talking about you, bro.
I can see that.
Man. All right. Harry Krueger has left Housemarque after 15 years. Damn, I forgot this dude's position. What was he? Director level? I think he was like director level.
He was. He was something like that.
I think he was creative director. But he was the lead guy there. I'm not sure if he was like the original starter of the company, so he just took the bag and dipped out. But I would assume that their next game is well underway development-wise. But maybe he was a creative director on Returnal, and now their next title, he's not leading the helm, so he saw fit to leave or retire. I'm not sure what's going on with that, though.
Let me ask y'all, because as I've said, I look at when somebody is in a position for a long time, to me, it's not a red flag. I just look at it as some natural progression. People leave jobs, move on. At PlayStation, there has been, different people leaving. To me, 15 years, 17 years, 20 years, I'm like, oh, that's regular stuff. Do y'all think there is other reasons they are leaving other than just some natural progression where, retirement, I'm moving on to a next job or something like that?
I think it's a lot of restructuring at Sony. We seeing the same thing with Activision right now. And it's an unreasonable amount of people either retiring or getting let go. I don't think that shit normal, bro. Not right now. I definitely don't.
Okay.
I think
we seeing it way too much.
I think it's probably a mixture of what Jack said, but something I don't think people are realizing is that they're taking a lot of people from all sorts of industries and bringing them to companies like Meta and Apple. Even at my job, we do like HVAC and building automation systems. They're coming to get niggas on our team. Meta's paying them like niggas like 150 to 200,000 because they know how to do like a system and shit like that, and they're having them work on server rooms for like Meta shit, like the games. Like I feel like it's way more into it than just I don't like you guys do microtransactions or the direction this game is going. I think they're just being pulled and recruited because the other big corporations are starting to get more into this gaming space in the digital market more than they already are now. I mean, we just saw OpenAI ChatGPT guy. I forgot his name. He was going. Did y'all see that?
Yeah,
No.
they went and came back. Yeah. That situation was very confusing.
Yeah. I mean, and why did he come back? Because Microsoft's like, nah, we want them to go over there because we've already incorporated him into Bing and XYZ, and he was against the company's non-profit model and shit like that. So I think it's a mixture of what Jack said, but there is also a shift where all parts of the industry are seeing a mass transition to companies like I said, Meta, Apple, shit like that.
Okay.
So in regards to Harry Krueger, I pulled his bio. It says he was the game director of Returnal and Next Machina. So their most recent releases, he was the head dude as far as that goes. And I also agree. I think it's a recruiting thing. If you are that motherfucker for 15, 20 years, people are going to come and throw the bag at you. So eventually, you get backed into a corner where it's like, you pay me or I'm leaving. So it totally makes sense from a business perspective. But shout out to Housemarque because they're one of the studios that glowed up the most this generation.
Okay.
Shout out for them for making one of the most fun, memorable games we've had this generation.
The most fun game, in my opinion.
Oh man, not gonna get into that one.
Hey man, Returnal the most fun game this year.
BG, weren't you like the first person in the community to beat Returnal? I could have
7
sworn
times.
One of them, yeah.
Now it's I mean, you really wasn't all
Look,
that.
Blandrew, I'm gonna tell you what happened,
co-op
Blandrew.
in the game. What's
That's
up?
what I'm telling Blandrew. Ever since me and BG played co-op and I carried him through it, bro. he ain't been the same.
Cab,
Now-
can you stop?
Hey,
Can you stop telling people these lies?
I
Bro,
could have swore.
The footage still up. Y'all can
I
go
could
watch
have swore BG was way more hype about Returnal back in the day versus this, revisionist BG that was like,
No,
it was a cool
no,
little game for a
no,
week.
no,
It wasn't all
Hey,
that.
Blandrew, you're right. Because then when Sifu
Go-
came out, he was like rogue like crazy. He's like, I just beat it
Go-
up before work.
go-
I think I'm gonna run it again.
Go
when I get
listen
home,
to my Returnal review. It's still up. I released that review like a week and a half after the game came out. Go listen to it. I said the exact same thing. Bro, when people started talking about game of the year for Returnal, bro, I was confused. I was like, yo, I like the game, but I was very confused and people were like, oh, this is game of the year material. I was like, where? I never felt that
come
way.
on, BG.
The replayability is off the charts for that game.
We not gonna act like when Sifu and Returnal dropped, niggas wasn't head over heels, bro.
Sifu, listen, Sifu is a top 5 game this generation. Returnal, I do not feel that way.
You told us you was parrying your wife when she tried to give you a hug. Like you started ducking and dodging while she was trying to give you a hug.
When it came out with that Tower of Sisyphus mode, you didn't play it, BG? You
For
all fucking new
Returnal?
modes and all that. Yeah, that shit was
I played it one time, but I wasn't crazy about it. I played it like one time.
Returnal was so good it made BG want to come back. He don't come back for DLC or anything like that. He constantly says that.
Hey, Blandrew, talk to this dude.
No,
bro.
I do come back for DLC in games. I just hate doing it.
You capping right now, brother.
I just say I hate doing it though.
But you were dicking Returnal when it was out, man. Ain't
No,
that
I
good?
was not. Where are y'all getting this from that I was dicking Returnal? Y'all cannot find this.
All right, let me ask you a question, BG. Where do you rank Returnal on fun factor, replayability of games released this year?
We're really talking about this game
It's
right
not-
now.
Oh yeah, I forgot Bond couldn't
He couldn't beat it, right?
Returnal,
So lame.
Returnal is not in my top anything.
Thank you.
You bugging.
Dead
Bond,
ass.
see, Bond don't like the game. Bond got trolled into picking up a parasite at the beginning of the game. That killed him.
I think y'all are confusing
Smoove,
how
is
I
this
felt.
game good? It's Smoove likes trash games, but he don't like this game.
I think y'all are confusing
Exactly.
how I felt about Sifu with Returnal. Sifu, I was on that game. I like praising everything about it. Returnal, I was never like that. Sifu is absolute fire,
bro. You bugging, bro.
It's a good game, bro, but I just don't feel the way y'all feel about
amazing
it.
game.
Hey, Jack,
No,
remember how
no.
sexy it felt knowing that if I press it halfway, I'll get one fire, and then if I press the R2 all the way, I get alternative fire.
Oh, that's
The
what
worst
excited
thing
y'all?
about Returnal is the graphics. Other than that, the game is fire.
But I fuck with the aesthetic. The aesthetic was fire.
No, it looked good. No, but when we see it on PC.
Hey,
it look way
I'm
better.
glad y'all love it that much. It's not to compare the games because they're nothing alike, but it's nowhere on Sifu's level.
It sounds like you're giving us a PlayStation tax. That's what it sounds like. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just call it like it is. It sounds like you're giving us a PlayStation tax.
Let's go.
Xbox tax. Let's go.
My question would be: is if Returnal isn't in the conversation for one of the best games of 2021, what would be?
I gotta look back at 2021.
I'm not putting Ratchet and Clank over Returnal.
I know
And
you're
I
not
like
about to
Ratchet
say
and
fucking
Clank.
Demon Souls.
We got Returnal, Ratchet. We had
Ratchet and Clank was boring. I'm
was
sorry, Jack.
Sifu.
It was
Sifu
kind of
there?
boring. I ain't gonna hold it.
Was
Demon
Sifu
Souls was
2021?
Demon Souls was
Might have
No,
been.
that's like I think
No,
that's
Demon
2022.
Souls was 2020. That was
Oh,
2020.
I would have to look at
Sifu was like
2021.
I think
the
that's the
start.
year. That's the year
Sifu
that
came out the beginning of the year. Elden Ring came out, I believe.
Let me look at this shit.
That would be
It
2022.
was like January or February or something.
Yeah, listen, man. Like I said, Returnal is not a bad game by any means. I just don't feel as strongly about it as y'all do. Never did. So
You ain't shit, BG.
Jack, you
Hey.
literally ruined that game for him. Thanks, Jack.
Oh,
I know,
brother.
man. Damn.
Oh, brother. Anyway.
Deathloop came out 2021. Guardians of the Galaxy, Near Replicant.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy definitely better.
Life
game
is Strange, True Colors.
You said
Kane
Guardians of the
Bridge
Galaxy is
Spirits.
better than what?
than Returnal. Absolutely.
Next topic.
Guardians of the Galaxy is fire. Don't do that.
Metroid Dread came out. It Takes Two. I think I might have said.
Whew, Monster Hunter Rise. I remember that year now.
Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Harry Krueger. Okay. We can move on.
You a bum, BG.
Hey, man. I respect it. I respect it. I just don't glaze it like y'all do.
Damn, that one time saying Kana was mid. All right, one time. I was with you till you said Kana was mid, bro.
Kana's movement definitely is going to be improved on the second game.
The parrying in that game fucking sucked. But other than that,
I pulled it off one time my whole playthrough, and that was during the tutorial.
God damn.
Sounds like a skill issue to me. Sounds like a skill issue.
It got way better when you got that fucking little dodge you could do. That shit.
Kana's
bro,
a banger, man. That's one of my favorite indies. This in both Returnal and Kana, I think are excellent examples of smaller studios outperforming their ability and showing us that they're ready for the next level. I love that game as well.
Kana was a strong first effort. It's just you can't have enemies magnetized to you, and on top of that, there's a hitch when you try to parry. It was the formula they use for that little interaction just needs to be worked
the
on.
parry
But other than
timing. They added some shit. They had an update with that game. They added a lot of shit. I gotta still replay it, but
I don't know if
I
I'd
don't
run
know.
it back, but
I'm gonna play the PS4 version. I already played the PS5 version.
All right. So Jason Schreier, there were reports that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is currently not in development. Some people from, I think Saber, they said, reached out to Jason, and he said there are some people actually working on it. It doesn't seem to be in full development still, but it's not actually canceled according to what they're telling him, and some people are still working on it.
Well, I have insider information on that. According to Discord's own Taarec Ahmed, he told me that I was making up shit. I didn't know what I was talking about, and the game is a full go, BG. So I'm gonna need you to refrain from what you're saying, brother. Taarec Ahmed himself has told us, everybody. There you go. Breaking news.
His name is Taarec.
Oh, yeah, Taarec.
You know what I meant to say? I kind of hate Tarek's name. I never said it before. I kind of hate his name.
Are you prejudiced by any chance, good brother?
Whoa, that's not. I don't hate his culture or
What are your
or
thoughts
his
on the
ethnicity.
Faluha War?
I just said I hate his name. I wish his name was.
Why do you hate it? Why you hate his name?
Because I wish his name was something more simple, like Tyreek. Like I'm about to start calling this nigga Tyreek. I ain't gonna lie.
Taarec is easy. Taarec.
Just call him Tyreek. What's the
First
issue?
of all, I don't got that little tongue roll you do, Alex. My tongue don't do that. My tongue don't do that.
Hey, BG. Speaking of Taarec and you, man, have you seen the picture where it's the bat signal is out, and then it's you as Batman and him as Robin?
Oh God!
It's like a call for Sony ponies. You ever seen that?
Yo, that's funny as hell.
I appreciate the artwork.
I think I have seen that.
Anytime somebody slander Sony, y'all right there. I fuck with it,
Imagine it's
Not
a
true.
Dark Knight in Gotham, and from the skyscrapers you just hear hum ni 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 hum ya.
No, that's racist. No, that's racist.
Shit. That's
What
some
you mean?
scary shit.
That would scare the shit out of me.
That's racist.
Oh, there you go, right there. Look at that.
Yo, that's fire. Let me
put
say
that on the screen. Oh, it's two of them bitches. Hey, put them on the screen, BG. It's two. I ain't seen the second one. Those are heat.
The llama is fucking stupid, bro.
I do need to say it though.
Trying to get out of here
on.
on
Let me say those.
Man. People hate when you correct misinformation. That's what it is.
Why your mouth open in the second photo, BG?
I love Taarec and BG because they always saying it's misinformation, but then they always be wrong. That shit is
I never be wrong. That's the thing.
Up?
When I say this, you see that first pic?
Yeah.
It probably won't make sense, but for some reason, Taarec looked like Jazzy right there. I don't know how else.
What the fuck?
That's how I imagine Jazzy just stand around the house.
All right.
The picture's fire. Let me say both of them.
Let me see what else we got. The Last of Us remastered, no return mode. Some more details came out on it. They said it's gonna be like 12 different levels for this roguelike no return mode.
Oh God,
Nigga said Taarec got a ghetto name. What the hell?
I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna start calling him Tyreek. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Tyreek.
Yeah, it's simple.
That's your type?
You gay. But yeah, 12 levels for a no return mode. Great. What else is there? Oh man, were there super chats? We almost done.
The Eagles doing.
I thought Guap was gonna come in here and talk about something.
He in here. Yeah, we've been talking about stuff. They're gonna be tracking the PlayStation Portal as a console.
Crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
I mean, they might as well. You can't track it as a PS5 because you have to have a PS5 to play, don't you?
If they do the Portal as a console, then the VR needs to be a console.
That's technically
the whole beginning of the whole beginning of the year, niggas called this an accessory peripheral. Y'all paying $500 for accessory. Ain't no way in hell you about to have a mirrored screen be counted as a console when there's no actual hardware in the thing other than the controller's motors.
Yeah. I was wondering because Matt Piscatella, the dude, he over a lot of this shit. Was it Circana now? Used to be NPD. He tweeted out that Sony requested that this be tracked as a console. Now he did delete the tweet, and I had put it up on Twitter, and somebody was saying, they only did this in Spain, so it might have been a mistake. Or we gonna see the next time they report these numbers though. But as of right now, there was a tweet that got deleted, and that's what he said. So I don't know.
Tweet and delete.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got that screen cap if anybody needed. I got that screen cap.
Yeah, I don't know if it makes a difference. I guess on the outlook of it, whether it's tracked as a console or as an accessory. I guess. I'm just interested to see the numbers because we don't know like how much stock they had, but it's been selling out. That could be the low stock or they didn't anticipate such demand. Whatever it is, we'll see the numbers, but the impressions of it seem to be pretty good throughout the week or whatever.
I think the reason that they're doing that is because when you look at the PSVR 2 specifically, it's grouped in with their controllers as well as software on the PC side, right? So last year, I think they reported for the fiscal year, they had earned $1 billion across their accessories and other business endeavors, which included putting their games on PC, but it also included the release of the PSVR 2 and any PSVR related hardware and software sales. And that combined was $1 billion total. So maybe the pre-orders were so strong for this, they wanted to stand on their own so they can show it to investors as another success as far as a hardware or a console is concerned to bolster their confidence in the handheld space because currently they don't have an actual hardware-based presence. So maybe it's something they're trying to use as leverage in an investor type position. But outside of that, it doesn't make a lick of sense to me why they would go out of their way to request their Circana specifically listed as hardware, not accessories. It's utterly baffling if that isn't the case.
Okay.
That makes sense to me. If the idea of let's put this out there and just see if people cop to it, I think that makes sense for them to say, all right, now that we got this response from it, we can go back into the handheld space. That makes sense.
Which I hope they never do. I
BG,
ain't getting into that.
A dedicated handheld, you're hypocritical
No,
asshole.
I'm not. I'm not, sir.
All right.
I'm not, sir.
Andrew, you heard this shit right now.
A dedicated handheld
that handheld, he is not going to buy it.
That
I heard him and the others that have told me they didn't want a handheld for years. Tell me
that they have to make their own games for. No, I'm not buying that.
Oh, I mean, a dedicated handheld could be a Switch.
No, BG. The idea is that it would play the PS5 games natively, not that it's going to be a PS5 handheld game, so it's going to feel cheap and it's the whole idea is for it to be in your hand. That's why I'd pay $500 to $600 just for this on the go.
I said that and got roasted this week, man. I don't know if y'all want to get back into this topic, man. Jesus,
I don't. But if PlayStation makes another handheld where they have to also make dedicated handheld games for it,
there will
I'm
never
not buying
be another handheld.
Nobody saying.
Okay, cool.
Saying that.
Okay, cool. I'm just making that clear.
What they're saying now, I also got tripped up on this, but what they're saying is they want a PlayStation branded Steam Deck or Rogue Ally competitor. Which honestly, if you're willing to spend that $500 or $600, I think it's obviously not going to be a lot of people, but I think it's an alternative they should offer, just from a technological standpoint, about pushing that niche or that genre in regards to portable hardware as well. I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't do the crazy Nintendo DS numbers or whatever, but if motherfuckers is willing to pay for it, I say give it a try. Like, what's up with a 4K OLED portable PlayStation 5? See what's really going on with a DualSense Edge built in.
That shit would not be niche. Keep in mind, people that buy ROG Allies and Steam Decks and shit like that, for one, you have to be privy enough to know that you could, not even that you could play games on PC, that there's an entire library you can have without Steam. There's a bunch of niggas that gaming is PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. If you tell niggas right now, hey, for $500-$600, you can have literally your 2K, your Mortal Kombat, your GTA 6. You could play that anywhere you want without having to rely on a connection and latency issues. They're copping that. Now with the PSVR, that's a niche community. Not only do you need the space to do so, the games for it aren't really, AAA as they could be. If you give niggas $500 to $600 and their entire PlayStation library can be played in a car, on the toilet, on a train, on a plane, that's going crazy. And
you know what else?
This remote play is just to say, this is just to show, hey, if we just put the DualSense with a little screen in the middle, oh yeah, they copping that bet. Put the hardware needed so that we can go ahead and ship this out.
When you say it's not niche, what are your projections sale wise? More than 10 million in a generation? Because I think at that price point, and we don't know the numbers on the Steam Deck or the Rogue Ally as far as sales go. So when I say niche, I'm saying less than 10 million simply because of the price point.
No, we know the numbers at launch. We know the numbers at launch. The ROG Ally, whatever the Steam Deck sold in this first year, the ROG Ally sold half of that in a month of being out. So
weren't the last numbers for the Steam Deck? Wasn't it like 3 million or something like that?
I think it sold a little bit over 1 million in the first year, and then. But yeah, like the ROG Ally sold like 500,000 in a month of launch. So
and on top of that, like stuff like VR and stuff like that, you got people that get it to try it out. Kind of like, remember when everybody bought the Wii, but after they played Wii Sports, nobody really went and bought, or they got the nunchucks and they got the tennis racket stuff for the Wii Sports. They didn't really play the Wii like that. Everyone played Wii Sports and maybe a Dance Dance Revolution. Niggas wasn't going about that horror game that they had, The Grudge and shit like that. They weren't doing all of that. A lot of people treat VR like that. They get the MetaQuest 2, they get the MetaQuest 3, they want to play it, have it as a party gimmick, but they don't really care about VR gaming. You tell niggas that your PS5 library is here. I'm not the numbers guy, but we know it's gonna sell out, bro. It's not even a question.
Bro, this is anecdotal, right? But my sister's not really a gamer. Like, none of my sisters really are. They used to be, but my sister has told me, I told her about the PS Portal. She's like, oh, that thing. She said she had 2 different people in real life tell her they was going to buy that, but they didn't know they needed a PlayStation, right? So imagine if it costs a tad bit more, like I was saying on Twitter, costs a tad bit more, and you don't need the PlayStation. On top of that, the ROG, the Steam Deck, all this shit, if I'm not mistaken, those can remote play a PlayStation as well. Like, they can remote play. You see what I'm saying? You can put what's that shit? Homebrew on it. You can remote play a fucking console from that too. So it's like, I don't know, dog.
Yeah, the funny thing is, tons of people are finding out what remote play even fucking is because of this portal. We was remote playing back in 2014, 2015. You see what I'm saying? Like,
remote plays existed on the original PSP.
Yeah. So it's like, this has been around. People just don't see that as a form of gaming, for one, because it's a bunch of casuals that's buying the portal, for one. People on Facebook, I said this last week. I saw so many Facebook people say, y'all, listen to me, my people. Y'all treat these like the Hellcats and the Popeyes chicken sandwich. You need a PS. Like they was having entire think pieces of saying,
BG.
community, don't waste your money.
I think Taarec trying to get in. I want to say this too, because a lot of people don't. I'm still probably gonna end up getting a Porter sold out right now. I'm probably still gonna end up getting one because I do want to try it. But I think that thing would have did numbers if it was native, dog. I really do.
I'm not against.
I don't like how people just be like, well, they can't do a handheld anymore, and just be like, because the Vita was a failure, that they shouldn't try their hand at handhelds anymore. Just because, like, even with like AA games, like I was saying last week, just because a certain game didn't succeed doesn't mean that there's not a market for AA games on your platform, or that you shouldn't be investing in these things.
But the Vita failed for a specific reason, and they were unable to produce exclusive content for it. And the reason why is because of in order to actually make a handheld with credible hardware and push the limits of what's possible, you got to spend some fucking money. And we had this discussion the other day. If you have a portable that has the native strength of a PlayStation 4 games like God of War 2018 will cost them $50 million to make. Even Nintendo, after the success of the DS, pivoted away from developing native handheld exclusives. They adapted a hybrid model as well. So when we have this discussion specifically about handheld platform with exclusive software, I think we're priced out of that market now, because in order to impress me, you still have to have that console level quality, and you can't just make that shit up overnight. You got to spend some real money to get there.
Yeah. Taarec.
So would you say
quick,
the PlayStation
ahead,
Portal is overnight? The new PlayStation Portal, would you consider that like an overnight development?
Overnight? What do you mean by that?
I believe they took what they saw from the remote play, and they want to increase their cloud business, and they found a cheap alternative, and they don't have to worry about native software development. So for me, I think since the PlayStation 5 is so powerful, it would, like, the Rogue Ally isn't as powerful as a PS5, but it costs more than a PS5. You know what I'm saying? So then when we look at a native device that has PlayStation 5 level power, you're talking about over $600, and from a price perspective, I don't think it's viable.
Well, actually, no. Look at it this way. I feel like they could have done. Look at the Xbox Series S, right? If you shrink that down into a handheld, then it's actually just a justifiable like power level, right? Which I would say the Rogue in the Steam Deck is, if I'm not mistaken, as far as power level, is doing what the Series S does, but obviously there's more customization behind it, so you're not stuck at whatever what's the word I'm thinking of, specs that developers are coding for the Xbox Series S. But if PlayStation works through AMD just like Microsoft, a lower spec system, instead of it being a console, a handheld, and you literally doing the same amount of work as far as like two versions of a game, PlayStation 5 version and then the Portal version.
It wouldn't have to be the same.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to that point. Jack, you said you don't like cross-gen games, right? Like you're tired of it?
Well, this is the problem, Taarec. I know where you're gonna go with this. I would agree with you. The problem is Horizon Forbidden West looks better than Spider-Man 2.
Okay, but this is my thing. You can't ask for this in one hand to be mad at cross-gen games, because that portable that comes out that's native is not gonna be anything close to what the PS5 is doing right now. And if it's the PS4 level, then why are you complaining about cross-gen games? So are we good? Are we good now with it?
Well, like I said, I was against cross-gen games until I realized games like Horizon Forbidden West look better.
No, Jack, you were even when we pointed out that games still look good, you were still mad at it. So
then when we got a PS5 only game, and I said, "Wow, this kind of looks like dog shit," especially in comparison to cross-gen games, I changed my stance.
When did you do that?
I've been did that, bro. Go look on my Twitter. I said Spider-Man. If anybody listen to me, I've said after looking at Spider-Man, when Spider-Man 2 is a good looking game, but if you compare it to Horizon Forbidden West, it's no competition. The faces look way worse. The environments, they okay, but like, bro, the only thing that really look great in Spider-Man 2 is the suits, bro. Like for real.
So the last 2 years of you going fucking crazy about this shit, you're wrong about it. Just admit you're wrong about it.
It's the cross-gen games is just like cross-play. It's just like accessibility options. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I know it's nothing I can do about it, right?
Jack,
When was the let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time I complained about cross-gen games? When was the last time I complained about accessibility options? And when's the last time I complained about whatever the fuck else I just said?
Can I give you a range of podcast dates from till September?
Absolutely.
You've been doing that, dog. You've been doing for 2 years. We argue about it every other week. I'm on it.
He only ever really complains about cross-gen games these days is when BG's trying to make his case for PS5 being better than PS4.
I have not complained about a game being cross-gen since Horizon Forbidden West came out.
Hey,
That's a goddamn lie, dog.
You might can say Spider-Man. I mean, you might can say God of War. It came out last September.
Graphics ain't the only thing that Jag and I were talking about when it comes to being annoyed at cross-gen games. It's also the functionality, and there's no progression in what we're being given. That was a big part of the argument as well. We're having the same experience, whether you want to talk about physics, textures, graphics, techniques. We were still feeling limited by trying to make sure this shit runs on an old system. That's what we were talking about. The games themselves felt limited, not just the graphics.
And on top of that,
like
Alex,
the scope of the game is what we were talking about.
On top of that, if they were to make games not for PS4 but for a PS Portal that was native, that technology is way newer. It got more RAM, more memory. It got all that shit.
Yeah, but Jack,
they would still be.
This is my thing. Even though arguing Discord, though, let me tell you.
Even though the ceiling wouldn't be raised, the floor would be raised. You see what I'm saying? It's still closing the gap of development.
How do you know? We don't know that for sure.
We do know that for sure. We do know that for sure.
If it's a PS4 Pro level type of thing, we're in the same spot.
No, let's compare this. Which one do you think would raise the floor of development? Developing on a system that was R&D'd in fucking 2012 or a system that was R&D'd in 2015, 2016?
That's not the question. No, the question is
that is literally the point.
No, because this is the thing. They have to price it to something that people are going to buy. So they're going to have to make something at $400, $500. It's not going to be what you think it is.
So they got to make something somebody going to buy, right? Cool. Yeah. Let's stay right there. Let's stay right there. People are buying the Portal right now with no native capabilities, and not only do you have to buy the $200 Portal, you have to buy a $500 PlayStation. That's $700.
That's not how it works. That's a sunk cost. You already have the console already.
That's still $700 overall.
You're assuming.
So, but my point is, just like them other two people that was talking to my sister, if they want a Portal like they say they do, they're not gonna drop $200 and get it. They got to drop $700.
That's like you buying a house and then saying, "Damn, I bought this pot set." The whole thing.
No. You know it's not equivalent. You don't have just because you live in a house, you don't have to own pots, my nigga. You don't have to own pots if you live in a house. Do you have to own pots if you live in a house?
You don't need to own a portable though. You don't need to buy it.
No, you're changing. No,
Jack, you don't need to buy that. That is not something you gotta buy.
The topic is not. The topic is not needing. The topic is you want to. Let's stop being facetious, okay? The topic is if I want to have a portable PlayStation experience. To do that, you have to spend over $700 right now. Okay. If I bought a house, I don't have to have a pot set, my nigga. I can eat takeout every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different thing, brother.
That's okay.
Paper plates.
All right, Jack. So if you have a PS5 already. Yeah. If you buy a native one, you're $1,000 in the hole. All right, cool. Let's
I'm an enthusiast. That's cool.
So that's not everybody else though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, no one's gonna spend. I don't think no one's gonna spend that $400 or $500. They're gonna native pick. I don't think anyone's gonna do that.
Bro. Niggas was about to buy The Last of Us because they saw lighting differences for $70. What are you talking about?
But that's a whole different thing. People buy remasters and remakes.
Bro, people bought $550 VR headsets without seeing that many games for it.
That's an enthusiast market, though.
Does anybody
it's a portable, brother?
Does anybody in this podcast have a PlayStation Portal right now?
BG does.
BG's only one.
BG, you still got the box?
They sold out.
I'm gonna get one. I can't get it right now, though.
I'm curious to see how big does it say PlayStation 5 console required on the box or the front of the box?
It's on the corner. It's on the corner. I think it's on the corner of the front.
I didn't notice it, but it's probably very.
But this is the problem with Taarec. Your arguments are disingenuous, right? When I bring up a valid point, you try to switch the argument, brother. You don't see that?
No, that's not. I'm using what you do because that's what you do when I bring up.
No. You bringing up a disingenuous argument.
No, I'm saying, Jack. I'm just saying that native console thing. Sony's not doing that again, dog. They tried it. Even if the Vita had its own faults,
they never tried it. They have never tried that. They have never tried to make a port.
I'm talking about handhelds in general. That they just don't. I don't see the point of doing that.
Okay,
because they're gonna first of all, it doesn't matter. They're gonna split the resources. We're gonna get a Series S type of thing where there's a weaker SKU on the market, and they got to develop for that too. And then we're year 3 going to year 4, and I just want to. So if this does happen, it's probably not going to happen. So if it theoretically did happen, people are going to complain about the games being held back like they are for the S.
And then, let's talk about this. The reason the Vita failed, from my understanding, from the research I've done personally, it failed because of proprietary memory, the same way that it's proprietary that you got to have a PS5 to play the Portal right now, and the fact that it got hacked very early on. The same problem the PSP had, but it was an opposite effect, right? I feel like the hacking on the PSP actually aided in its sales, whereas the hacking on the PS Vita did not help it at all. As a matter of fact, it stopped a lot of support that it was getting.
Well, the PSP software sales weren't even close to what they should have been because people got pirate them. And
they stopped making games for it, exactly.
Yeah, and so that's why it stopped. So, and the Vita it was good in Japan and it was asked everywhere else. I just don't think there's mass amounts of people that want this shit at all. I don't think that they release it unless they do some limited release thing and it's where the VR, the PSVR, we're all right, we're gonna have a certain amount of these coming out, but we're not gonna mass produce this shit like an actual console. Then that's fine.
Right, so
I don't think they're gonna invest hundreds of millions of dollars to make another console.
I'm gonna say this.
Sell it at sell it as a loss for because y'all want one. I'm gonna
say this. The amount of people we seeing running out for a $200 machine with no native capabilities. I'm gonna ask Guapzilla because Guapzilla is Sony man's, right? Guapzilla, if they came out with a not on the same power level as a PS5, but it's nice, right? It's playable. If they came out with one
over 9,000 or.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's decent. It's a great handheld experience, right?
You're talking about a 4K. You talking about a 4K goddamn OLED Steam Deck? Is what you're saying?
Whatever you need to be. Would you buy that at $500 or $600? Would you buy that? I would.
It's not going to be $500-$600, Jack. I'm telling you, that's not $500-$600.
So yes, I would be in the market, but I don't believe for what I want, they would be able to come in under 600, right? Because I want that 120 frames OLED 4K. Whatever the PS5 Pro is going to be outputting next year when they drop it.
So you want some Narnia shit. So you want some you want some 2032 shit
because we're not getting native software though, right? So if the specs are lower, but we were getting native software, now you're selling me another platform, so I can look at the hardware in tandem with the software. But when you're only selling me on the hardware, I want the best pussy in the room. I don't want no poo-fud shit, and that's just how I do.
Poo-fud.
But I just don't want.
Hold on. We're not skipping over that. You that was Poo-Fud?
Oh Lord!
Oh my God!
I'm changing my name. I'm Poo-Fud now.
And I'm just saying that we already complain about the games not coming out. Well, you are, not me. But you're complaining about they're delaying this. They're taking too long to do this. So if a lower SKU come out and they got to develop for that, what do you think is going to happen, Jack?
See, this is the problem though, Taarec. This is the problem with these arguments too, with the development cost and the. I feel right if they're already porting these games to PC. How would it? And they're not developing. If they porting the game to PC, how would it be so hard to port it to?
They're porting those against PC 2 or 3 years later, Jack. That's a lot different.
That's cool, but
that's not. They're not. I'm talking about simultaneous parallel development at the same time. That's a lot different than you porting a game 2 years later.
Taarec. So listen, we all ain't nobody in here stupid, bro. By the time the PS6 come out, the game's gonna be day and date, bro. Let's be real. They're eventually they gonna be.
Yeah, I hope so.
So that's what I'm saying. So this shit is coming, bro. Everybody see what's going on, bro.
But but developer PC and developer for a lower. This is the same problem. This is what I don't get. Y'all shit on the Xbox for doing the Series S shit, but then
I didn't shit on it.
Okay, the majority of people in here, and I feel like in our space, shit on. Why is a Series S there? Or developers themselves shit on it all the damn time.
Yeah, the worst decision.
People are gonna shit on this. Developers are gonna be like, damn, another Series S thing, but not with PlayStation. So if you look at all the comparison videos and all the resolution shit, PS5 has been winning that shit because there's not a split in SKU. You're asking for the Series S problem.
This is the problem I had with that argument as well. If it wasn't already numerous items on the market that do exactly what I'm asking for PlayStation to do.
I could have did everything for BG that the Portal's doing.
That's what I'm saying, though, Bob. They already got shit on the market right now that's competitively priced, that runs decent enough to play it on the go, and it's already being done. So why can't PlayStation do the same
Because
thing?
that's not dog. Because those games are not. Jack, what's the next game? So,
You
okay, we
stumbling,
don't know
you stumbling. Come on.
No. I'm saying that. Okay, for example, let's
We gotta
go
move
back
on
to
soon.
2022. If
But
they
let me
released,
make it point.
they released Spider-Man 2. That's a PS5 only game.
Okay.
If they had another SKU and the development at the same damn time, they're gonna run to the Series S issue where the game is gonna suffer because it's a weaker. Every dev has said it. There's the weaker SKU makes development worse. So I'm like, why would you want to do that?
I feel like you confuse important for developing for.
No,
but
but
we can have this conversation
not,
later.
No, because you have look. The PC port thing is different than you porting into a weaker SKU. Is different because the PC they still scale higher to the high end PCs, and then the low end PCs still suffer. Like that's what happened. That's why all these game the system requirements are fucking crazy now.
I just want to say that
the PC market is actually affected by this because a lot of the games now have crazy requirements. We hear Tick complain about it all the damn time.
I just want to end this debate by saying, Taarec, you're a goddamn pony, and I can't stand you, nigga.
All right, cool.
All right. Thank you, Taarec. Or
Love it. Peace and blessings, good brother.
So I can't call you Tyreek for the record. Can I? I can't call you Tyreek.
My name is Taarec. Y'all all pronounce that shit wrong.
What have we been saying?
Taarec, like you've been saying that around the whole time, bro.
How you say it?
Huh?
Taarec, pony hunter.
Say it again. How do we? What is the correct pronunciation?
It's Taarec.
Bro, I am not saying that.
Taarec.
Whatever you said.
You trying to flirt, nigga? I don't like that shit.
Oh my god, dog. All right.
Respectfully, Taarec. That?
Yeah, you want us to say it?
That sounds racist as fuck, dog.
Oh, now I tried to do it. Now I'm racist. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Taarec. I can't do it.
It's like how people say Naruto instead of Naruto, it's Naruto. So.
Naruto or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off, dog. I fucking hate that shit.
Taarec, I think his name is Taarec.
Naruto.
You accident.
When X plays to do that shit. That shit used to make me so fuck Adam Sessler, by the way. But he used to say that shit all the fucking time.
Asking me as a man to roll my tongue to pronounce your name is crazy.
Just say Taarec. Just say Taarec, dog.
All right, cool.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, fuck you, Jack. There you go too.
Appreciate that.
Maybe we'll get a PlayStation Portal XL or some shit next year. I don't know. I don't believe we see. I don't think we'll ever see Sony hardware priced at $600 in the gaming space ever again after the PS3.
Not even that Pro. That Pro coming out there.
Do y'all remember how crazy people went?
That's going to be $500.
Was $600, dog.
Right.
Like people lost their fucking mind, dog.
But we in a different time now.
Yeah,
too,
but
though,
people, the economy's even worse than it was back then. People are gonna lose their
nigga. Earbuds cost $200 now. A console being $600 ain't not the realm of possibility.
Phones cost, but it's different. Phones cost $1,200, and people don't give a fuck about spending $12 on the phone.
The average TV like $1,200 to $1,500 now. Like we just
you can get it like a 4K TV for like a 70-inch for $400 if you want it.
I mean, you can, but like the
it's
TV
not gonna be
nigga
great.
like us again.
I'm just saying, when you look at consoles and shit, no parent's gonna walk in there $600. Mom, I'm gonna grab this shit right now. Like no one's doing that shit. Like the PS3 did that shit, and they had to change the price in like 6 months.
All right.
I think they could get away with it today.
Are you serious?
That was like 15, 16 years ago.
Do you know what Ono Alex would do? Like he probably get 1 million subs by just bitching about it.
Well, Alex doesn't buy anything, so
Yeah, but his whole shtick is it's too expensive. I don't know. His PC's made of cardboard, so I mean anything's too expensive for that nigga. So
I got to accommodate broke niggas.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Taarec. You can get out now. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Damn, you booed that man out the podcast.
No, I didn't boot him. He left.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Taarec.
Yeah. We'll see you in After Dark.
Yeah. I missed the fight. Damn.
All right. Okay. Where were we? Okay, I got this. Oh no, I was doing super chats. Okay. Emmanuel A1. Glad to see Kid Smoove back. When I saw he gave Spider-Man a 9 out of 10 on X, I got really concerned and knew I needed to pray harder for him. Okay. War Machine Guy. Did you guys talk about Borderlands 4 Tiny Tina sequel and Brother in Arms are being made? I didn't really see any, maybe I missed it, but I saw some rumors, but I didn't see nothing like solid, so no, I haven't mentioned it. I would buy both probably though, because I really did like Tiny Tina Wonderland. So
Definitely getting anything Borderlands.
yeah,
Trash.
you're a hater, Jack. You're a hater. Y'all are not.
I'm a proud hater of Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Unless it's Helldivers or Overcooked, Jack does not like co-op games.
Yep.
Boredom lands.
Well,
Boredom lands.
Well, I think the co-op. I don't play Borderlands co-op, so I'm with them there. Solo all
Yeah,
day.
you're just actually you just
see. I feel like that's mental illness, BG.
Uh-huh,
Who the
I
fuck
don't.
playing Borderlands solo?
Me.
That's like
I did that shit once. I had a horrible time.
Playing tug of war by yourself. Like you supposed to have friends with you, bro.
No, I think
That's
playing.
part of the experience.
I think playing Borderlands co-op is weird. Sorry.
Huh?
Ain't that the main drawing point of the game?
No, I don't think so.
Playing a way out by yourself.
I think early on they, maybe with the first 2 games they had advertised Borderlands as a co-op game, but I never saw it as a co-op game. Really, it's a single player game with co-op features. I don't think it's a co-op game.
You're not beating these Unga Bunga merchant claims anytime soon, good brother.
Borderlands is not Unga Bunga though.
No, it's close enough.
What?
Borderlands is not Unga Bunga. It is not Unga Bunga.
BG, hold up, Jack. I got him.
If you play Borderlands like just some shooter where you can just shoot everything, you're dying quick.
Alex,
you are dying quick.
You're telling me the game where 80% of the enemies have badass in their title isn't an Unga Bunga game?
But I'm talking about the gameplay.
Alex, this nigga sitting up ass naked in a room talking to a robot named Claptrap. Right? By yourself.
Right.
The whole like tone of Borderlands.
Ain't a character named Butt Stallion in
Yeah,
that
no,
game?
hold on. No, the tone of Borderlands is very goofy and comedic. Absolutely. But the gameplay is not. I'm talking about the gameplay. It's not Unga Bunga. No, it's not, bro. What I'm okay, bro. If you play,
you can shoot your way back to life. It's not Unga Bunga.
Hey, no,
bro, and even that,
can shoot your way back.
Sure. It's second wind, and a lot of games have some type of second wind mechanic, and you could. It's still pretty easy to die in that state. It's not, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like. Hey. You can't play Borderlands like how you play any other shooter. You're going to die.
That shit mindless action, bro.
It's not.
Can I ask you something real quick?
And anybody who actually plays Borderlands knows that. You can't play it like, I'm going to shoot everything. You're going to die quick.
Hey, Jack, I'm about to just name some of these classes off, right? Salvador the Gunzerker. Zero the Assassin, Gage the Necromancer, Action the Commando.
What the fuck is a Necromancer?
I live on interesting enough.
A mix
she got a
between
robot
Necromancer
and that's just Borderlands 2 class. Like, come on, bro, like we good. There was a nigga that his priority was to shoot, and then he could have 2 primaries, and then he would go gun berserk. Like I love Borderlands.
The whole chat saying it's Unga Bunga, BG.
I don't care what the chat says.
They play it.
I don't care what the chat says.
Now BG don't care what they say.
I don't care what they say. Unga Bunga game. Listen, because
BG,
no, listen.
Make a poll.
I think I don't care about that. I think y'all are classifying something that's very action oriented as Unga Bunga. That's not what Unga Bunga is.
Whoa, I got you. How is Borderlands not Unga Bunga, but Bulletstorm is?
Because Bulletstorm, you could literally Bulletstorm, you could literally just shoot anything with an empty mind and get through the game. You cannot do that in Borderlands. You're going to die.
BG,
you cannot do that. That is a fact.
I beat Borderlands 2 and 3 multiple times.
Bro, you can beat
I played it with my feet one time.
Bro, you can beat whatchamacallit with literally half of your brain hanging out your head. That game is Unga Bunga, and I like that. I'm cool with that game, but you cannot do that. You cannot do that in Borderlands.
The whole chat saying you're wrong.
I don't care what the chat says.
BG, but why you don't want to make a poll? Why you don't want to make a poll?
Because how is you cannot just play through Borderlands and just shoot anything all willy nilly and just get through it. You can't.
BG, I promise you this. Look, I will never call you Unga Bunga again if you make a poll and they say Borderlands is not Unga Bunga.
Let me clarify something. Let me clarify something. Let me clarify something. Once again, y'all are confusing Unga Bunga with something that is action oriented. Borderlands is very action oriented. Yes, what makes it not Unga Bunga is the fact that it's not just some mindless thing you could do and with no brain. You can't.
Give me one puzzle. Give me one puzzle you did in Borderlands in any of the titles.
But you know how you feel like that, Alex?
What does a puzzle have to do with anything?
The reason BG don't feel like it's mindless action is because he's supposed to be playing with 2 or 3 other people. It's meant to be played with if you were playing with other people, it would be mindless action Unga Bunga, bro.
They scale. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
You don't got no friends.
I'm pretty sure they scale. I'm pretty sure they scale the game when you play with other people.
You gotta like it because you ain't got no friends.
But I don't deny that probably makes it easier. Either way, the game is not mindless action. That's to call Borderlands that is crazy.
Look,
hell no, you bugging.
I'm just poof fud, let you call it. But like I said, make a poll, and if it says that Borderlands is not Unga Bunga, I'll never call you Unga Bunga.
I do not care what the chat says. I am telling you that game is not Unga Bunga.
Why you got to be rude about it, bro?
I'm not. I'm just telling you. What?
Is John Wick Unga Bunga?
The movie.
You got endless grenades.
The movie,
in
sure.
Borderlands. What?
So, do you think it's not Unga Bunga?
It's not endless. See, they're talking like idiots. They're saying it's endless grenades. It's on cooldowns. There's plenty of games. There's several games where your supplies and your tools are on cooldowns.
BG, is the miniature RPG elements why you think it's not Unga Bunga?
No, it's the fact that you cannot play that game with half your brain hanging out and just shoot everything in sight and just get to it. You can't do it.
I know plenty of retarded niggas that beat Borderlands.
I swear to God, I'm going through the levels in my mind. I've beat Borderlands 2 so many times. I'm going through each level almost, and I can't think of one thing I did that just didn't involve shooting a nigga. I don't know what puzzle mechanic. I don't know one thing that I had to say. How do I navigate this level? You either shoot niggas. Hold on. You either shoot niggas or you get in a car with a gun on it and you travel across the map. What are you talking about?
BG is completely wrong. I played like every Borderlands with Blacktooth Grin. Every Borderlands is Unga Bunga. It's just shoot people. You get like shields, recharging, energy, all kind of like. It's definitely Unga Bunga.
And that's what makes it. That's why I like it.
That's you literally just once again. Listen, I'm not gonna keep arguing with you. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. It's not Unga Bunga. Y'all can eat dick. I'm gonna be straight up. Y'all can eat a dick. Just cause, like I said, I gave you a clear
Borderlands 2 gameplay for me 11 years ago. You tell me this isn't Unga Bunga.
I gave you a clear example of what Unga Bunga is. Just Cause is that. Borderlands is nothing like, not even near it.
BG,
I don't care what y'all say.
Discord and play my.
So I don't care. We can move on.
This not the hill to down, BG.
This ain't the hill to down on the chat and tell me that this isn't.
And once again, I'm not saying like Borderlands is this like super intricate, sophisticated game. I'm not saying that, but it's not Unga Bunga either.
You just compared a sandbox. You just compared a sandbox game. Oh, go ahead.
BG, are you willing to say a sophisticated Unga Bunga? Question mark.
It's more sophisticated, far more sophisticated than Just Cause. Like. It's just
sophisticated. All right, there we go.
It's just not on. It's not on my Unga Bunga scale. That's all I'm saying.
Just Cause selling point is for Reddit niggas to do physics-based sandbox things that they trying to pull off. That's the selling point for Just Cause. If you want to say because Borderlands has a narrative and a cohesive story throughout all 3 games, cool. That doesn't make it not Unga Bunga.
That's not why I say it's not.
Borderlands is just a main, bro. It's just a main game, like.
Listen,
that you shoot shit. There you go.
Jack, you've also never played it, brother.
I played Borderlands 1 and 2, brother. I didn't like either one, brother.
Okay, so I know a little bit more about it than you.
I beat a couple of bosses and said, "Wow, this is some Unga Bunga bullshit."
Okay, so listen, y'all can feel however y'all want. I don't care. Can we move on now?
Bullshit. Let me turn this on.
That's literally what I said, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, this shit is ass. God damn.
You said, BG, you'll be proud of this, and then cut it off.
So
that's crazy.
I'm ready to move on.
Dude told us to eat dick because we like Borderlands. Wow,
no,
that was crazy.
Because I don't care what y'all say. I'm just sorry. Respectfully.
You crossed the line, OG. You crossed the line, OG.
Respectfully.
That's fucked up.
Okay. Where were we? How do we even get on that? What was the related to? Angry, y'all just wanted to bullshit and prolong the podcast and to argue with me.
We're making good time.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a article. Where is it? This article that came out. Who was it? Not Game Informer. It was one of those sites. They were saying Starfield could be in trouble because the player numbers plummet, which I think is a stupid article to make in general, because I look at, and I think most of us acknowledge Starfield as a single player game, but I think a lot of the Xbox fans kind of corner themselves because of how they talk about Starfield. Once again, they're always their worst enemies. A lot of them were upset about this because they're saying, "Oh, it's a single player game. Why is it bad that the player count dropped 2 months later. I mean, like, but that's what we was telling y'all about single player games. That's the natural order of single player games.
DG, keep it real. Starfield is a one and done, confirmed by that article.
And if it is, that's completely fine, right? The problem is, once again, I always say, like, these Xbox fans corner themselves because they use stupid terms like one and done and say, oh, you're going to be done with that game over the weekend, as if that's a bad thing. I don't know why finishing a game, over the weekend is a bad thing. So when this article comes out and criticizes Starfield for being a single player game, and y'all say that's stupid, it's a single player game, I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's what we was telling y'all when y'all were like making fun of single player games for being single player games. So
Wait, you're talking about Starfield, you said?
Yeah.
Well, they were the ones that put the title on it. Yeah, we're going to be playing this game for 10 years. That wasn't us that said that. That was the Xbox and PC.
My question is, though, the reason why the whole thing about it is stupid, while people are talking about it and tracking player counts on Starfield, at least on Steam, is that were people doing this with Skyrim and Fallout 4, and people are still playing those games, and they don't have extremely high concurrent player count, but they still have a community of players playing them consistently for years in on year out. Like, I don't understand the purpose of, like, the article, why it exists. The point that they're trying to make, it's not like it was like a Destiny or a Division or something like that, something that literally relies on people, high number counts and stuff like that. I don't understand the purpose and why people point to this as like, oh, it has low player counts, so people aren't going to be playing it for this many years. It doesn't make any sense because Skyrim
it was claimed that it would be played for,
but was that
it would have longevity?
Yeah, okay, it can't have that without its player count fluctuating over the course of years, months, days.
Smoove, is that contingent upon mods? I thought that was the argument people were making, how they were saying Skyrim is this and that, and it's like, yeah, well, if they allow mods and the community is there to support it, isn't that why people still play, like you said, Fallout and Skyrim, is just to keep tweaking with the game?
I don't know. I mean, every time I've seen somebody that still plays them, and I go into Xbox party chat and I see somebody playing Skyrim or Fallout, they're playing the game. Like, I'm pretty sure they got mods enabled or something like that, but they're generally just playing the game. The people I know that play those games aren't mod creators or anything like that. They just play the game.
Well, they can't be mod creators on a console. You got to be on PC.
Well, I think mods have a large part of what to do with Bethesda's success over the years. And honestly, when they just updated Skyrim, they allowed you to use mods on console. I don't believe you can create them, but you do have access to a large variety of PC created mods. So I think that's a huge part of it. But they put a lot of pressure on Starfield when they were saying, oh, we play these games for years and this is going to be a 10-year game. But now the onus is on the players to prove it. And they're just citing the fact that it doesn't look like what was once claimed about it being a 10-year game is going to ring true. And Skyrim's attach rate and its player engagement rate was through the roof back in the day. Even in the first year, it didn't fluctuate whatsoever.
What was the player count? You got those numbers?
I don't have the exact player count for either game.
So how can you say that?
The report was that Skyrim's numbers are, at this point, were actually somewhat similar to what Starfield's numbers were. So they're on the same in the same ballpark. The article is stupid. I don't think nobody denies that. Once again, the problem comes in with how Xbox fans once again talked about Starfield. Y'all put these unnecessary expectations on this game. We're gonna play this game forever. It's gonna be this game. We're gonna be playing it in 10 years. It's gonna have all this content. We're gonna put in 500 hours in this stuff. All of this, all of that stuff. Mocking one and done and all this stuff. Then, when the player count isn't there, which is fine in any other world where somebody doesn't brag about a single player game being played forever, that's fine. But the way y'all hyped up this game, it's the same thing where it's the same reason with how the game isn't nominated for Game of the Year. That might be fine in another world where Xbox fans were saying this wasn't going to be the greatest game ever made in history. The fans put these unnecessary burdens on Starfield. That's the issue. The article is dumb, but Xbox fans also like made their bed for this type of shit. That's all.
I do think the Game of the Year nominees though are like really bizarre. Like I ain't paid. Go ahead, my bad.
No, because I was just saying you couldn't go on Twitter or get into spaces without hearing one and done. You're gonna be done with that over the weekend. One and done.
What the hell?
It's such a stupid because it's such a stupid talking point. And now that Starfield is behaving like a single player game, yeah, like bro. So that's all I gotta say. But go ahead.
Oh,
Smoove.
speaking.
Yes.
Or
I was gonna say Smoove brought up the Game of the Years were weird. I ain't gonna lie, bro. After playing Alan Wake 2, I'm not mad at it being on there, bro.
I don't understand what data is being used. We know that the reason games are nominated for Game of the Year is because of their performance critically. Only critics can vote. There's no player input. And all of the games listed have a higher critical reception than Starfield. I think people should argue more for Hi-Fi Rush because it is an 87 as well, just like I believe Alan Wake 2. That's the game that should have been in it, if any Xbox game.
That's
not
what I
Starfield,
said.
Because that's a 83. That's almost 10 points below the average for Game of the Year. That there's a reason that game is not there. It's because it didn't review as well as the average Game of the Year contender. It's just that simple.
Yeah, somewhat. When you look at years prior, when other games that were nominated for Game of the Year having either similar scores, so I can't say because this game rated a 90. There's games that Xbox had games that rated a 90 that didn't get nominated in years past. Such as Forza Horizon 5.
But that was Sports Game of the Year. We don't have sports games in the Game of the Year conversation. That isn't possible, and it won in Sports Game of the Year. So I think that's a bad example.
No, but it's an example nonetheless. The other thing I wanted to point out is that it's not even about like Starfield. I didn't like the finalists. Like, I don't understand why Resident Evil is nominated as a remake of a game that already exists. I don't understand how that, like, they couldn't think of another game that could have nominated that came out in 2023 that's not a remake or a remaster. I don't respect, like, that's what I didn't like about the awards. It's like, damn, these choices are like I see Zelda, okay, I see Baldur's Gate, Alan Wake, whatever, recency bias, whatever, Spider-Man, well deserved, all right, but like, what happened to the Jedi game? And like, I mean, that
launched terribly. That's what happened.
But damn, wait, what about Lies of P though? Like, what about, should have been up there. Like, I don't understand, but how? Like, what about Sea of Stars? There's a bunch of other games that people kept. What about Diablo? Like, there's a bunch of all these games that came out that everybody said 2023 is such a great year. I'm looking at the finalists for Game of the Year. I'm like, yo, I ain't even played none of these games outside of Spider-Man. I ain't played none of those games.
Well, we're not the panel though.
So you skipped Zelda, you skipped Baldur's Gate, you skipped Mario. Yep. That is the problem, not the finalists. The fact that the best games that released this year, you skipped.
Because Mario.
I would agree. If you played the games and then you said they weren't that good.
Well, I didn't feel the need. I didn't need to play. I don't feel like I need to play Tears of the Kingdom because I played Breath of the Wild and I didn't like that. So there's no way I was gonna like Tears of the Kingdom. Mario Wonder. I mean, how much different is it from the last 35 Mario games, right? And then Resident Evil. Well, it's Resident Evil 4. It's Resident Evil 4. I had no need to actually buy Resident Evil 4. Spider-Man, whatever. Baldur's Gate 3 is not. It's a genre. It's a type of game I just don't play. Alan Wake 2. I didn't purposely skip it. It just came out at a bad time in my life.
You don't like horror games though, right? You don't like horror games like that though, Smoove, right?
Yeah, but I watched some people play it and I was like, all right, this is something I can probably do. Because the thing is, I get worried about with games is like jump scares and like people talking in you're like that eerie shit where they make crazy stuff with the sound. And then there's a way, so it's like I haven't, like, I'm still tempted to buy it, but I'm not sure. I don't know if me watching it, if it translated properly, if it like, hey, will this be scary if I play it? So
you just don't think some of those games in the nominee deserved it?
Yeah, I don't think like Mario Tears of the Kingdom, one of them could be nominated. I don't think Mario should be nominated. You know what I mean?
But you're not giving us any games that should be replacing them. And if Lies of P and Jedi Survivor are your games of choice, those weren't exactly media darlings when they came out, which is exactly why we kept trying to tell you
what
guys,
about Hogwarts
use
Legacy?
Metacritic as a guide.
Hogwarts Legacy was a pretty damn good game.
Yeah, but it was like mid-low 80s.
Well.
And that
didn't because prior to the Game Awards, people was like, oh, it's not all about Metascore. Now after that, the nominees are it's the Metascore.
It's Metascore and commercial success. It's all of that.
Yeah, so the nominees are determined by 120 outlets, most of which are Metacritic verified. So that is a very good telltale for who is going to be in the finalists. Because if a game's in the 90s, and I think this year we had the most games in the 90s, so if you wasn't an 88 or higher, then you wasn't even part of the conversation. And with that said, I think the only game that made it was Alan Wake. But when you check Alan Wake's PC review, it's a 92. So even that has a 90 version. So in that regard, when you use Metacritic, and this is what Jeff Keighley has said ad nauseum, he doesn't have anything to do with it. There's 120 outlets that are Metacritic certified that put in their vote, and it's totally democratic. So in that regard, I don't believe we can dispute it, brother. Especially when you're saying that you didn't play.
No, because I think in a lot of these games, weren't, to me, is like I had no reason to buy Resident Evil 4. I played the original Resident Evil 4. Baldur's Gate 3 is not I don't view it as a game I should be playing. It's not a game. I don't play any games like that in this genre, so it's okay. I know I'm not going to like the game, so I'm not going to bother with it. I'm not denying that it's good or not. It's just not a game for me. Really, Spider-Man and Alan Wake 2 are the only two games that's nominated here where I can see. I'd be like, all right, these are the likely two of the games I probably would have played. And obviously, Spider-Man is a no-brainer. Alan Wake 2, like I said, just the time that it came out, I wasn't really playing anything. But no, it's just like any of these award shows can be, challenged or debated and whatnot. I don't believe there's like, oh, this is like the consensus facts. Like these are the 6 best games to grace the earth in 2023. I totally 110% disagree with that. There's games that didn't get a lick of nominations that I played that I've felt were better than a lot of these games that's nominated overall in like overall categories. But
all right, well, those are the nominees. I mean, as much as I love Resident Evil 4, and everybody knows that, that's the only game where
the Unga Bunga of the Resident Evil games, huh?
That would be 6, sir. But that was the only game where I was like, as great as it is, I do think in this year you could have given it to somebody else, some other actual original game, just because this year had so much actual original games. I think it should have been skipped. But it seemed to me that they didn't. What they actually did was they just ignored any of those parameters and said, okay, regardless of remake or whatever it is, what is the best? What are the best games? Whether and the best games Metacritic wise and commercial success, and that seems to be what happened.
And one thing in regards to Resident Evil 4 remake, the game is 20 years old. A lot of these reviewers aren't that old, so this might be their first time with the game.
Yeah, but Resident Evil 4 came out like 10 times in 20 years. It came out like 10 times.
It don't play nothing like the other versions either, though.
Yeah, it's completely different, Smoove. It's completely different,
and I think that's really what carried it. Is you're seeing a lot of the younger people saying, "What the fuck? This is insane." And they came into the franchise with Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake. So in that regard, I think it makes sense, even though it is very competitive, but it's a win all around for gamers that we have these many high-rated options.
And those were ports, of course. It's not like they were re-released Resident Evil 4, different versions of it. It was just a port. bunch of times.
And get ready to see it again next year when it hits VR, because then it's going to be Game of the Year again.
Okay. The last thing I got is sales, and normally we don't talk about like console sales on here, because they never really they like in the last like 10 to 15 years it hasn't changed. Either Nintendo's in first place, PlayStation's in first place, or they switch, right? It's one of the two.
Smoove.
It's one of the two. And there's this report that in some places, PlayStation is outselling like Xbox like 7-1 in certain markets. The only reason I bring this up is like I understand, like Xbox has proclaimed that it's about the subscriptions, and Xbox fans have been kind of indoctrinated into believing that selling consoles is some dinosaur shit that don't matter. And even though I believe their strategy is to sell is subscriptions, you can't tell me that Phil Spencer is looking at these sales and saying, "Oh, I'm completely fine with that. This is okay. That the PlayStation 5 is outselling us 7-1 in some markets. We're having 50% drop-offs in certain markets." And I saw that they said the Xbox One was outpacing the Series in some capacity in some places. Like I believe what they say about their focus of subscriptions, but you can't tell me they don't care. You can't tell me that they're okay with this, because with every Xbox, that's a possible subscription. And like selling an Xbox, in my opinion, is more likely a subscription than trying to get somebody on PC on Game Pass. So that's my thing. I just don't understand how they are trying to like downplay and act like these hardware sales just don't matter at all. I'm not buying that. I think
I'm
that's
not going to say
nuts.
they don't matter, but I do think some of them are blown out of proportion. You're talking about places where PlayStation has always had a significant lead on Xbox in some of these territories. Like, what place is this in Europe? Like, well, Argentina, I probably got that all wrong, but like it's not really that big of a deal when you consider.
Argentina is definitely not in Europe.
I know, but I was just making like a dude bro case. But the thing is that if this was like a North America thing or like that, and those reports came out, then like, yeah, they got a problem. Like they might shut down Xbox today. But you're talking about places where they've always been like kind of like non-existent. Then like who is it? Was it Portorock who lived in Germany or something like that, or went to Germany and tried to make a big deal out of the lack of Xbox presence? And that's just how it is in some of those places. So the fact that they post these articles, and the thing is, and they keep them vague, so you think it's the overall picture, and it's not the overall picture. Yes, in select locations, yes, PlayStation is outselling Xbox like 7-1, 9-1, and it's always been that case in some of these same locations. It's like not new information. It's just like data that they're putting out, and is causing everyone to react in a certain way. And some of these places are places where Xboxes continue to increase the cost of the consoles, like literally. Like, so at that point, if it was really that big of a deal, these prices would have been dropping tenfold in those same locations.
Smoove, question.
Yeah.
Remember when you said, you actually made a bet with me a while ago, you lost this. Remember you were talking about how Xbox was going to close the gap? Whatever happened to that?
You ever heard of Dreams Deferred?
No.
Well, that's what it was.
But what Bond is speaking of is like part of it. Like, cause like coming into this generation, people were like, "Oh, that 2-1 PlayStation to Xbox, that's not happening again." It's happening again and worse. PlayStation is out like total worldwide. PlayStation is outpacing the series more than 2-1. And once again, that
PlayStation isn't even doing anything either. That's the unfortunate
exactly.
part.
And once again,
gamers
it connects back to, I'm connecting it back to subscriptions, because their subscription goals are very lofty. Like they wanted to have 100 million Xbox Game Pass subscriptions by 2027. They were behind their goal for 2023. They were behind that. So with you not selling consoles and pretty much not getting subscriptions from those, like all of those are coming from PC and other places. I don't, and maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't even need to meet those subscription numbers. I don't know, right? But those are their numbers. So I just wonder how are you going to meet those numbers? Because
hold on. Speaking of which, there was a bet made by Smoove and Blandry for $20.
Yeah, I lost.
I just opened up the book of bond, my bingo book, and I just realized that, Smoove.
Maybe with COD, because I think even with COD, y'all not meeting those subscription numbers. I don't think COD and all these other games y'all put in the Game Pass is gonna have it's gonna have an effect on Game Pass, but I don't think it's gonna have this huge effect that y'all think it will. But maybe like with the profit they make from COD and all this other stuff, maybe they don't need to meet those subscription numbers. I don't know. I'm just bringing it up because I just don't like Xbox dudes, like consoles hardware sales were not too long ago how they measured anything. And now y'all are telling us, oh, that's some dinosaur shit. Like, bro, that was just the other day. Now it's, oh, y'all living in the past, y'all antiquated, that's some dinosaur shit. And if you completely remove PlayStation from this equation, to me, it's a little bit weird. Like, if you look at Nintendo, right? Like, Nintendo should be, if we're being real, because of their success in all ways, they should be who we look at to see what's working. And I find it weird that Xbox dudes think, are calling like the subscription thing the future and everything like that. But it's like, bro, Xbox and Microsoft are the ones that are like the least successful. But y'all are telling us that they're the ones who have the foresight and are ahead of everybody else, and they're smarter than everybody else. But PlayStation and Nintendo, specifically Nintendo, they're the ones that have been the most successful. So it's you're literally telling me the person who gets the lowest score on the test is the smartest person in the room. I'm like, that's not making sense to me.
School in the hood?
What is the conversation even right now, bro? I don't.
I'm just talking about the subscription numbers, man. That's all. It's just so. Just wanted to bring that up.
I mean, you got a point. Well, they're not going to get the subscription numbers if they don't sell consoles, because consoles is the fastest subscription rate at this point. So yeah, they gotta do something. They gotta sell consoles because they're not going to hit those Game Pass subs without selling the Xbox. So I mean, I've said that for years. That's been my biggest thing, is like chasing subscriptions, and then they forget that the source of the subscription is their console. So.
Yeah, that's
well. In regards to the global hardware sales, Xbox has never been a global brand, so I don't think that's a surprise. But when we look to the U.S. reporting, right, because Circana provided those numbers as well, hardware sales in the U.S. was still down 30% as well. So while they're down in the triple digits across the globe and in other markets like the European market, I believe Sony's up like 200%. Xbox was also down 30%. When we look at what Circana has provided, which is formerly known as NPD, when it comes to hardware and software, they're in the red in both regards. And for the year, they're just over 4 million sold globally, right, including the US market, whereas Sony is pushing to sell 25 million in this latest fiscal year, which ends in March. And they're well on way to doing that. With last quarter alone, they sold 9 million in one quarter, and that was before the holiday season. So clearly they're going to sell 25 million in one fiscal year, whereas Xbox is currently less than 4 or just over 4 million. So even though we can look at these other global markets and say, oh, they never performed well there, they're trending behind the Xbox One. Their subscription service business was up 4%, but everything else was down double digits. So there should be some concern there.
And I just don't think you can count on PC gamers to bring you to the promised land when it comes to Game Pass, because bro, PC gamers are like very weird snobs. These are the same dudes that when everybody was making their own storefront,
BG, they're swashbucklers. Let's be real. They're swashbucklers.
Yeah, well, some of them are, but like these are the same dudes where, bro, they didn't want to download another storefront. They didn't like, oh, Epic Games and Activision has their own. They don't even want to download something that's free because they want to just stick to Steam. So that's the people that you're banking on. I just don't believe they're gonna come through for you. I absolutely believe there's a lot of like specifically Steam users, PC gamers, who would rather pay for something just to have it in Steam than play it for free in Game Pass. Absolutely. A lot of them are like that. You could offer it free in the Game Pass. They'll be like, nah, I'll buy it through Steam just to have it in Steam. Like they don't even want to use anything else. So
you can have the game forever on Steam, whereas you'd be locked into Microsoft.
Yeah. So
and chances are, if you're going to make that decision to buy it to get Game Pass on Steam, the game on Steam is probably already on sale anyway.
Yeah. But like I said, maybe none of that matters because maybe the money they make from COD and everything else they acquired is going to be so much that it covers it. I don't know. I don't know the financials. I'm just,
Not to mention games run worse on Microsoft version than Steam some of the times.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still a thing though. It's been a while.
So Activision Blizzard, just to provide the numbers, BG, Activision Blizzard is $8 billion a year, right? So Microsoft spent 60. What was it? Was it 70 billion on Activision?
69, 70, yeah.
So, okay, so 70 billion for 8 billion a year in additional revenue. I think they're hovering right around 16 billion. So that'll bring them up to 24. But I believe PlayStation would still be ahead because they're at 26. So that was a great acquisition. But even on that 8 billion, Activision was only reporting $1.2 billion in profit per year. So again, it was a big effort. And I do believe they cemented their place in the industry going forward, which when we go by those leaked documents and emails, we see that was their Microsoft is riding on gaming to stay relevant technologically going into the future above all else. So I do understand the reason why the acquisition is viable, but I also think it supports them as going multi-platform, third party, etc.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't act like I know all the numbers and be crunching it and profitability, non-profitability. I don't know none of that. I'm just saying, that subscriptions is y'all focus, but I don't know how you're gonna reach there if you need them. Based on what I said. Some super chats.
I believe the latest number was 41 million for Game Pass because they rolled Xbox Live Gold into Game Pass. So they went from 25 million to 41 million. That was a substantial jump. And with the launch of Starfield, they reported their largest customer or membership game in a month. So they have been making strides towards reaching those goals. So far, it hasn't been a value add for gamers. So I don't believe that's sustainable in regards to what their ambition is, which I believe it was 100 million.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking yeah.
All right, where was I with the super chats? Okay, Shot Red 555. The youth today, not just here in this country, but the world is no joke. Becoming those criminal kids back in the 80s movies. They acting like super gremlins out here. All I gotta say is stay strapped.
Man.
Or bring back ass whoopings.
Bro, we got 7-year-old kids out here doing armed robberies and car thefts now.
But Jack, we got to hear that we shouldn't be spanking these kids.
You need to shoot them little motherfuckers.
Hey man,
I see a little nigga stuck in my car, nigga. I'm shooting they motherfucking ass. Fuck
the
that.
kids. I mean, like, yo, kids are badder than they ever were. The community is better than it ever was, than it's ever been. But we're saying don't spank these goofy ass, hating ass, criminal ass nigglets.
They definitely need their ass whooping.
Facts.
Roddy.
The problem with kids today is they live in no fear. They don't fear consequences at home. They don't fear the law. They don't fear any kind of teachers and everything. They run amok at school. They run amok at home. They run amok at street. Ain't nobody can tell them nothing.
Yep.
Roddy, first time, long time. I would have enjoyed Spider-Man 2 more if the ultimate difficulty was there off the jump. Why did devs do this? It's it's dumb. Because wasn't it there in the first Spider-Man from jump? I think it was.
No.
No? Oh.
They added a difficulty with DLC.
Yeah.
Spectacular was like outside of like boss fights or just getting caught off guard, something like the fights are pretty damn easy.
Yeah.
It's because most motherfuckers don't even beat it on normal.
The thing, the problem I have with their like I like how they improved the boss fights and putting like more I guess making them breaking the QTE fold. The thing I didn't like is they put these phases in making you fight the boss like 3 or 4 times or whatever, and didn't really like change up what they do dramatically to make it a point to why is there a phase 2 to a fight. We just move a location. Oh, we're going to the roof now. Like I didn't understand.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Like it felt like bloated for no reason.
You would have hated Final Fantasy 16 then if you didn't want to fight different segments of bosses.
See that game on sale for like $35 right now, Bon. You think I should go for it or no?
Hell no.
No.
I'm mad as hell I beat that shit for free and BG gave it to me.
Damn.
I didn't know BG gave it to you.
Yeah, I got a free code. And
gotta come around more, Blandrew, man.
Yeah, maybe if you show up consistently on time, regular stuff, maybe.
Wish BG didn't give me that game. God damn.
Yeah. All right. We're Taarec Ahmed. BG was getting carried in Returnal co-op. Since you want to cap.
Hold on, Taarec finally spitting. Yes, sir. Go ahead. What did he say, BG? What did he say?
That's cap.
Can you read down here? What did he say?
He said BG was getting carried in Returnal co-op. That's cap. Why do we?
Hey, Taarec, my boy.
The video is literally up, and I got stuck in a bug, and like I couldn't even help Jack because I was stuck.
The final boss slapped the dog shit out of you. Killed you at the beginning of the fight, and I had to kill the final. Matter of fact, bro, in co-op the game is harder. That boss was that boss was doing crazy damage.
Yeah. I see y'all changing history.
I had to single-handedly kill the boss. Final. There's nothing wrong with that.
So did I not get stuck on a bug or not, Jack? Yes or no?
I think you just died and you was like, oh man,
you won't even acknowledge that I got stuck on a bug.
Both of us streamed it. You can go watch both of our perspectives. See what happens.
Movie night. We're gonna watch that stream. That's gonna be the
yes, sir. Tap in.
Yeah, the thing that tainted Returnal in the first place was its bugs, and in the PC version, that's what screwed me over. But y'all don't want to acknowledge that. It's cool. War Machine Guy. Portable gaming needs to be the future, not Cloud G. Okay.
Let me have said that a couple years ago, Jack.
Yeah, they would have been on your ass.
So he means native portable gaming.
Yeah, I believe that's what he means. Roy.
I believe a hybrid option is the way to go, personally.
Yeah. Roy, when are we getting that Black Queen Kawaii on the pod? The way she cooked Taarec was exquisite.
Oh shit.
That isn't the most instigating. Oh God.
Bing bong bella bong.
Yeah, Alex, I seen you talking to that woman, telling her you a badder bitch than her and all that. I heard you. I heard you. My hair longer than yours, or my skin. I see you was acting like a diva.
Real sassy that night, did you?
Real zesty.
That wig was like Magneto's helmet. She asked for that. She asked for that. I told her for 30 minutes. I said,
I do have to rate Alex's roast 7 out of 10. I mean, it was good overall, but like we gotta level you up on these fat obese woman jokes, dog. Like, I can teach you on
She
that.
wasn't obese. She wasn't obese. She was just busty.
She was skinny.
She was just busty. And we can fix that. You just need some dial soap. But I told her for a long time, I said for 30 minutes, I said, yo, just back up. I'm not talking to you. You keep trying to interject yourself and you go get burned if you touch the skillet. You did. And she
No, what's crazy is I listened to the rerun of that because I missed it. And
Wait,
it was
how
like
was there a rerun? I thought it wasn't saved.
No, the first half
the
is.
second one is.
Yeah. And I was listening to it and I was like, Taarec and Alex, I won't say they were humble, but they weren't exactly attacking anybody. It was everybody else that just completely missed a point or kept interrupting when points were trying to get made.
That was the main thing we kept saying. We was like, bro, I just asked a question, and the guy that y'all said is part of y'all community went crazy. So I'm not mad about
Listen
roasting.
here, you nerd. I've been playing Atari since the nerd. Like,
Damn, I said, are y'all from like Weapon Wheel, AGS, or Solid Cast? He's like, you fucking nerd. I've been gaming since 1965. I'm like, you got it.
You nerds came into my hobby. You used to get swirlies back in high school.
I will
nerd.
take your lunch money. I will. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. I will.
Yeah.
And he got cataracts. Like that, he got roasted himself. He got to stop playing. He got 2 years left.
Cataracts.
Bro, he had a whole fucking gray circle around his eye. I'm like, you got other shit to worry about.
Hey,
and you got
man.
eczema.
Shout out to Upper Room, man. Shout out to Upper Room.
No, I'm about to send that nigga to the upper room. He keep playing. Like,
Oh,
that nigga
man.
will get roasted every time.
Threats on
He
Weapon
will
Wheel?
get roasted every time he talk to me. Goodness gracious.
I'm not talking about Upper Room specifically, but
lunch money.
but
I will.
not talking about Upper Room specifically, but I do feel sometimes like the senior citizen gamers, they be having like I feel like they be having the dumbest takes and don't know what they be talking about.
Oh, that is facts. That is
I
facts.
gotta ask a question.
You've been gaming for this long, and I still feel like you don't know what you're talking about.
You still a damn fool? That's crazy.
What is the hair situation of this Upper Room guy?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Nah, he
Oh my
got
God.
her. He got her.
Oh no, does he? Nah. That dude look like he went to the. What I say? He went to the Hades level of God of War 3. That shit is burnt. Like he has no edges. Facts. He has one lone gray hair that's like sticking out the side, but that hair ain't there.
You wouldn't say this to my face.
Yo,
Fucking nerd.
shout out to Upper Room. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you on here, Upper Room. Maybe next week. Maybe we can.
Please, come on, man.
BG, no, he be. See, BG, he be struggling, man.
Get up a room out here,
What?
man. Get up a room out here.
All
Hell
people,
yeah.
you know, that are credible here in the gaming community. You really just want to ignore all those people and scrape the below the barrel to find these people.
See, that's the thing about Weapon Wheel, right? It's not elitist. It's an open platform for even the peasants to come and speak.
I gotta apologize to BG because me and Guap had a disagreement on the timeline the other day. BG invited him thinking we was gonna be in this whole going crazy, but we already squashed the shit. Hey, I'm sorry, BG.
No. See, this is why y'all be thinking wrong about me, because when I hit up Guap, I told them, I was like, listen, I see y'all having a disagreement. You can come on either way, because I felt it might have got squashed. I said either way you can come on regardless of what happens. So I wasn't like banking on that. Y'all think very lowly of me, and I don't appreciate it.
BG, you should hit me up like, nah, man, fall back from the spaces for a few days, man. We need the heat on Sunday. You could have told me.
No,
you know what I
because
mean? Let me know, man. Let me know next time.
Even if you and him squashed it, I had invited
man,
Guap.
There was nothing you could do, bro. Motherfuckers was salivating for that. Hitting me up at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, man, you doing the space today?
Yeah.
As soon as I woke up, I seen that shit. As soon as I woke up,
I invited, before any of that happened, I already invited Guap like a month ago, but he couldn't make it that time. So I was like, might be a good time.
Hey, Guap. I'll be honest with you. The Guap that's present here, I wish was the Guap that I typically see on Twitter. Every time I see something from you like on Twitter, it's just like the most outrageous thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, let me just ignore this guy and keep it moving. But you know, when I'm listening to you talking, then I listen to you in Jack's Twitter space, it's a whole different person.
That's what I told him though when we was talking. I'm like, see, you talking with some, you know what I mean? Like I can understand what's going on right now. When he was tweeting, I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't the same nigga, right?
Y'all,
Yeah, like, I'll see him
just
on
be
it.
using your dialogue to create and make me into some sort of fucking maniac when that's just
No. I'll see you like on a Jack post. I'll see you going back and forth with Chris Righteous, and I'm like, Chris, why are you just wasting your time with an individual like this?
An individual like this.
Hey, Chris Righteous is the homie. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's saying the way you present yourself, it makes it seem like you more about just the fuck shit rather than trying to have a comment.
Yeah, and then when we actually talk to you, it's like, all right, this guy is actually kind of reasonable.
No, but Twitter is not a conversation, right? Like
Mm.
it's a boxing match.
Is it
right? That's how I
to a
look
certain
at it.
extent. To a certain extent.
But also, I believe what you guys are admitting to is my reputation precedes me. Because when accused of being different in private conversations, not private conversations, but normal conversations as well as Twitter back and forths, I challenge any of y'all to what's my most preposterous fucking gaming claim? You know what I mean? And it's a struggle in that regard for anybody to actually say, here's where you were full of shit from a gaming take. With me and Jack, when we spoke last on the timeline, it was him saying that he was criticizing Sony's mobile strategy and he was calling it weird. So my thing was, how weird could it be if it's successful, right? He further clarified that he simply wants a PlayStation branded alternative to the Steam Deck in the Asus Rogue. Totally understandable. I was coming from the perspective where motherfuckers want a native handheld with native exclusive software. I don't believe it's viable. And I don't believe most of y'all believe it's viable. Even Nintendo doesn't believe it's viable, which is why we have the Switch, which is a hybrid. Sony's strategy isn't native hardware-based hybrid. It's network-based hybrid.
Okay.
It speaks for itself, in my opinion.
All right.
I love you too, Godzilla.
Purple Kool-Aid. Shout out to Alex for cooking everyone on Spaces.
Fire.
Right.
Shout out Taarec.
Taarec. Jazzy.
Hey, y'all motherfuckers was going in. I can't front. Those jokes had me rolling. That shit was crazy.
All fun and games, man. All done in jest.
Jazzy Jefferson. BG, just call Taarec a PlayStation dick eater.
You got the correct pronunciation of his name just to say that dumb shit afterwards.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna say his name. Nah, he corrected us. I'm about to say his name like that every time. He gonna get sick of it.
I'm calling him Taarec, dog. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit.
Bod said Taarec. You crazy. All right. Roddy said modders make BGS games last long, not BGS games themselves. Okay. Yeah. True. Emmanuel A1. PlayStation launched Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok without New Game Plus. That's definitely one and done gaming if you can stomach finishing them. Okay. Yeah, they did that with both of them.
That's a hot take. That is a hot take.
Yeah, because it does seem like it's a poor attempt to get people to play the game again later on. God of War, I definitely didn't go back. I'm like, no, dog.
Bro, them games too long. Them the type games where they so long. Like if I don't replay it right after I
exactly
played the first time, bro, I ain't gonna never want to play this shit again. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro.
It should be there immediately. I'm not going back to God of War Ragnarok. As much as I love that game, I'm not going back, bro. You should have had it there at launch. DJ Smith, Jack, did you squash the beef with Sumo?
Now, see, this is the thing with Sumo. First of all, Sumo a whole ass nigga, right?
Oh,
even though I had a disagreement with Guap and Sumo around the same time. The difference is I talked to Guap the next day. This dude Sumo, he's like, oh, I don't even know, Jack. I'm busy. I don't care to make up with y'all. This other shit, right? Sumo, you don't cut. This is my problem with Sumo. He one of them jokey joke niggas, right? He try to make you look stupid, but at the same time, he don't never know what the fuck he talking about. He's a corporate shield, and he a bitch ass nigga. Simple as that. I'm still trying to talk to him. Hey man, I wanted to debate about game, and he on all some old other shit, right? But now Sumo's a nerd ass nigga, and he gonna stay like that. He got time to dox niggas and talk about he gonna pull up on niggas. He talking about Dr. Mindbender. He gonna pull up to his house, air him out, and all this shit. But he's scared to debate about video games. That nigga's a hoe. Point blank. Period.
Wowzers. Okay.
Fucking nerd.
All right. Where was I? Taarec, Ahmed. Alex and I went 2v10. Persona was 5 people. Oh man.
Come on, bro. come on, bro.
Hey, shout out Persona, shout out Whoop. So what's that? Wednesdays?
Is that an accomplishment?
So,
I do I do 1 versus 100 daily. Stop.
Pause.
I take 100 cocks. Yeah, what the hell, bro?
Oh fuck.
That glory hole be getting a workout.
he got an imprint of that nigga nose on it. Oh my god.
You think above it he just wrote stab.
He got a Steam Deck under it, so he got something to do.
Stop.
You think you remember niggas by what they look like? Is that you, John? I knew you'd be back.
Can't get enough, huh? That shit crazy.
Come on. Like the one day. Are you fucking serious, Connor?
Oh shit.
All right. That's the show. We getting out of here. Look at that. 7:30.
Fire.
7:34.
Ended it with glory hole talk. Fire.
Let's do these outros. Getting out of here on time.
Go play Liza P. Go play Liza P.
Yeah, 2 hours.
All right,
and...
now you talking with some shit. That's game of the year right there. You know that, right?
All right.
Yes, sir.
Jack, outro.
Are we gonna have that debate? Are we gonna have that debate? Because I'm with it.
Hey man, we gonna have to hold that with the next week.
Yeah.
Pull up to After Dark.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
Outro, Jack.
Good week, man. Good topics. Appreciate y'all boys for watching. Hey, BG, when is the last podcast of the year though? I ain't gonna listen.
I think
these topics is drying up if we being real. I think we should do one to discuss the game of the year awards or whatever the fuck after they do them. But
I ain't gonna lie. I'm only trying to push it out because like there's only because there's a few more games. I'm like, yo, I know I could finish because we do our completed
trying
games
to push
list.
it out and finish, Jack.
I'm trying to.
What the fuck this nigga talking about?
I'm trying to finish a few more games. Like, damn, I could have that game beat if I get another week. But
I know I'm not winning. I got like 12 games beat this year, bro.
Oh,
it's over, bro.
I'm passing 20. Okay.
We'll
we'll figure it out.
We'll
figure it out. All right, Smoove.
Good to be back, man. Good to hear from everybody. Shout out to everybody coming through. And PX will also be back. I want to say maybe next weekend.
No shit.
So, but
I know that whole episode gonna be about Xbox tax, ain't it, Smoove?
Nah. I have no really thoughts on the Xbox side. I've been talking that crap for about like 8 years, and now it's.
Oh, you saying you the originator of the Xbox tax? Post up was
I ain't use the term Xbox tax, but I mean I just called it for what
media
it is.
bias is what
media
it was called.
bias. Yeah, that's what it was. But
right.
You know what I mean? So
BJ, what's this picture in the what the fuck? Is that you?
Hey, you see how they did doing Desmond Legary, bro?
Stop trying to.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck? Hey, they turned on Destin quick, bro. That was crazy.
I mean, I saw that happen as soon as I seen his title of his video. There is no Xbox tax or whatever it is. I was like, oh yeah, it's over for you. It's over for you, buddy.
Putting up saying you need to apologize right now. Like, what the fuck did I do, bro?
He did a video. There's no Xbox tax.
Destin
Destin
Legary.
Legary.
How long is that video?
No idea.
I'm like, it's over for you, buddy.
Yeah, they on his ass.
Yeah. Blandrew.
Good podcast. Nice to have you back, Smoove. Don't forget my 20.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Alex.
Nigga came back from losing a bet.
Back to business as usual. Yes, sir.
Alex the Mexican.
This is Poofoot. Shout out Guapzilla for pulling up. Had a fun time today.
Mm-hmm. All right. Who else I missed?
You missed me. All I have to say is hopefully the fucking Eagles win. It ain't looking too good.
Y'all got 30 seconds, man.
I know.
Yeah. Anybody else before we get out of here? No, that's good.
Hey, Guapzilla in the house and Guapzilla about this bitch. Appreciate you for having me, BG. Yo, shout out to you with the Dead Space Remake trophy hunting guide. I've been on that and I stumbled across your videos and they've helped me out a lot. I don't think I'm fucking with impossible mode.
It's not hard.
It's not that bad though.
I'm gonna give you the tip, dog. If you're about to die, pause the game and quit.
You gonna give him the what?
Well, gameplay tip. Gameplay tip. Just pause. If you feel like you pause the game and quit out.
So there's instant death, but no, I'm on it. I'm with it. But that's gonna be my last trophy. I'm wrapping that up. I just pulled up Trepang 2. Nice little indie shooter on the PS5. It's $20. If you're a fan of Fear or Soldier of Fortune, go check that out. I'm also on my ISP. When motherfuckers tell you it's game of the year, they ain't bullshitting. Holler at me. You know I'm in the Twitter sphere causing shit and kicking up dust. Guapzilla in this bitch. I'm out, motherfuckers. Peace.
Yeah.
Fire. Don DeMarco.
Okay. Yeah, we will catch y'all next week. Hit the like button. Going after dark. Peace.
All right.
Damn, this might be the earliest we ended the podcast in a while.
right? Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro King got me, see that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Elba, I'm a black bond, aiming a scope and all black panel, you can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in the lane of its own. Like how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids Smoove to body you in Halo, then send your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty of fail. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon World Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smoove, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't all strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.